What's good, y'all? It's your boy Jay today. While Stay Fly for the 845. Get your mind ready, get your grind ready. The way you're gonna shine when the time's right. You now in tune with Jay's Music Corner. We got co-host King Vance. How you doing?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
And we got special guest SNS. How you doing, bro?
How's everything, man? Appreciate y'all for having me.
Man, appreciate your
Definitely.
time.
Harlem's very own. For the people that don't know you, could you introduce yourself and explain where you're from and why you started rapping?
Okay. For those that don't know, I go by the name of SNS. I'm from Harlem, New York City. Um, where like where some of the legends like Kumo D, Cameron, Mace, Alicia Keys, Joel Santana, ASAP Rocky, ASAP Ferg, Davies. You know what I mean? A
Big
plethora.
L,
Black Big L, Black Rob, Loon. You know
Cam.
what I mean? Cam.
You
You know
said
what I mean?
Cam.
Yeah.
Oh, my
So
bad.
it's definitely a lot of legendary people to come out of there, and I just I'm just carrying on tradition to be honest. And what made me start getting into rap I was always a huge hip hop fan from young. Wu-Tang was like my introduction to rap. They were like
Oh, okay.
yeah, those was like my favorite rappers. Method Man was like my hero, you know what I'm saying? And like
Hell yeah.
until I got on to like Jay-Z, Method Man was like my hero, you know what I'm saying? They the
Fire.
reason why I really loved listening to rap. And because of them, I started to open my eyes up to people like Onyx and
Mm.
Black
Onyx was hard.
Moon. Yeah, Black Moon, and then
Mm.
Mace and Jay. And so like around the time that Biggie and Pac was kind of like popular, they was cool, but I wasn't huge fans of them. At that time, Method Man was like couldn't do no wrong to
That
me.
dude.
Yeah, he couldn't do no wrong to me. So
That's
they
funny.
kind of really made me. But when I listened to Jay-Z and I listened to his second, I feel like it was his second or third album. I feel like it was his third album.
Volume
Um,
one or volume two?
yeah, I think it was
Volume
Volume
two.
Two. Yeah, Volume Two.
Yeah. Yeah, Jay, you hear
That
that?
yeah, that's what made me feel like yo, I want to rap. You know what I mean? Like
Fire.
you know what I mean. So I definitely just being a fan and a student of the game is kind of what made me want to be an artist myself.
Yo, legend has it is that you started rapping because you used to battle rap your pops. Is that true?
Well, yeah, my stepfather, my mother's first husband, he used to cut my hair, and over the music that's playing, he would rap over the music, like battling me, cutting my hair. And then one day, I wrote a rap in the back of my notebook, and I saved it for the next time he cut my hair. So when he cut my hair, I let him have it, and then we would do it like every week. He was shocked, but we would do it like every week. And then after a while, I just kept doing it as a hobby. And I really seen when I realized it was something that I really enjoyed doing is when like the back of my notebook of rhymes reached to the front of my notebook with like my schoolwork and stuff like that. So once I realized
Mm.
that I needed another notebook, I was like, yeah, this is something that I really like to do. I didn't think I would take it serious, honestly, until I was like 16, 17, when like my
Mm.
first record got played on the radio on High 97. Cypher Sounds played it. And at that
Shout
time,
out to Cypher.
Harlem, big shouts to Cypher. You know what I mean?
Puerto Rican, by the way.
Hell yeah, you know what I mean, big shouts to my boy. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't be here without Syph, because you know what I mean, he believed in the record first. And in Harlem, you couldn't have like a popular record like that and then not capitalize after that. They would look at you like a one-hit wonder, and then you'll be the butt of everybody's joke.
What was
Mhm.
that
So
record called?
it was called Let's Talk Money. And
Oh, okay.
I had made the beat. I had sampled T-Pain
Mm.
off Buy Your Drink. And he was to talk to me. I
Mm.
talk back.
Mm-mm.
Let's talk money. I
I
and
talk.
so
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
so
that's a raw ass sample. I'm gonna have to go check that out.
yeah, man. So it was, and I was making beats for a lot of like up and coming artists in my town.
Mm.
And then that record, I'm like, I'm gonna just save for myself, because while I was making beats for other up and coming artists, my guy Twenty, and then my uncle Seth, and my man Doughboy, they enjoyed the beats, but they was really trying to get me on back on some rap tip. When I was like 15, 16, I wasn't really like making rap. I wasn't writing raps anymore. I don't think I was. I don't know. I guess I just wasn't like. I didn't think that I can actually do something with the music. You know what I'm saying? That can. And I was still like a heavy basketball fan and stuff like that. But when I got played on the radio, that's what made me feel like I had to take it serious. But while I was before then, I was just making beats for people, and my guy Tawny, my uncle Seth, my man Doughboy, they was the ones like, yo, these beats is cool, bro, but you should be the one rapping on them. And at this time, Kanye West was like huge, and he was able to, he was a perfect selling point for people to tell me like, yo, you can produce and you can rap. You know what I'm saying? So for the first few years after getting played on the radio, it was just I was producing all my records. And to the point where a lot of up and coming artists thought I was keeping like the best ones for myself. And I wouldn't think that, you know what I'm saying? But I just felt like the ones that I thought would speak to me mostly were the ones that I kept, you know what I mean? So, but once I started to get popular and things like that, I started to acquire like certain friends that I didn't. They was already my friends, but they started to like want to do more than just have an ear for music, because some of my friends had ears for music. So some of them started to produce music as well, and then that's when I started getting beats from them. And that by that time is when I say like I was still shy. So, but I was on the radio. So you know what I'm saying. I had to. So I'm an artist to people in the town, but like I was still shy to even like really be on go with like promoting my music and stuff like that. I was still too shy. I would say it was like 2010 when I started doing like more interviews and more shows is where I start to be like, yo, I'm a rapper. You know what I mean?
Yo, you're very versatile. Like, I haven't heard every artist from Harlem, obviously, but with the exception of ASAP Rocky, I would say you're very versed. You don't only have that old school like New York flow. Is that inspired from you producing, or is it just you listen to a lot of music?
I listen to a lot of music, to be honest, and I don't just listen to rap. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever I'm cleaning the crib, or like when I have like it's like a Friday and I'm driving, and it's like one of those nice weather days of Friday, and it's probably like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm 9 times out of 10 probably not gonna bump rap. I'm gonna probably listen to like Michael Jackson's Off the Wall album. I love that album. I love like a lot of old school R&B I grew up on. Like Usher was another hero of mine. Like just like Method Man, like Usher was like a superhero of mine. Like you know what I mean? He couldn't do no wrong to me. Like but that My Way album like was like my soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? To the point where in the My Way video, Tyrese is in that video. He plays like the villain. So when Tyrese came out with Sweet Lady, I didn't like him because he was the villain in Usher's video. So I'm like, you know what I mean? I was like that. I was a huge Genuine fan too at that time. Like,
please throw Donnell Jones in there.
I like Donnell Jones, but like Usher and Genuine was like, because they danced and they had the singing and dancing, so their videos was fire. My older cousin already had me on some OD Michael Jackson shit, because every time my cousin would come over, he'd have me watching all Michael Jackson's videos, and they would play it on MTV all day. And his videos be like 10 minutes. So it's like, so he had me watching mad Michael Jackson. So any artist that kind of gave me, like any R&B artist that gave me that field of like Michael Jackson is who I was kind of like, who I gravitated to. And Usher and Genuine was the ones that was great with the vocals, but they was able to sing as well. So being fans of them helped me not only just listen to rap. Now my versatility comes from that. Plus my favorite rapper, which is Hov, he didn't just, we all want to be like, well, the people that love Hov, you want to be the best at being with the pen, you know what I'm saying? But we know to be the top dog, you need hit records. You can't just be nice. From Jay-Z to Big Pun to Biggie Smalls to your 50 Cents to your Lil Waynes to all of the guys that we will consider the GOATs, Tupac, and all of the guys you think of GOATs, they weren't just nice, like lyrically.
Yeah, it's like Don Q and A Boogie.
Yeah, like even like with Don Q, like he's super nice. Now
Facts.
the only thing that he would be missing was the commercial records that A Boogie had. But that's
Yeah,
what
they
makes
hit
them a
records.
dope ass team because
Mm-hmm.
one don't have, the other does. Like A Boogie is not super lyrically inclined, but Don Q is.
I
So
think you got both.
yeah, that's what I love to do. Like I'm gonna be that artist that has the #1 record on Billboard, but is still doing LA Leakers, Flex, Sway.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Giving those classic, legendary freestyles. That's me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be that person to be able to be in the BET cipher as a platinum selling artist. Like I know a lot of the BET ciphers right now is catered to a lot of up and coming, because a lot of the platinum selling artists right now don't necessarily
Don't
do that
rap.
type of stuff. They don't rap like that,
Nope.
like that. So in New York is going to be a breath of fresh air, because we haven't had that since the Fabulous,
Mm-hmm.
the even the Jadakiss, or the Jay-Z's, the Nas's. Like, you have to be there, to be at that top notch. You need hits. I don't care what nobody
Mm-hmm.
says. You need hits. Even think about today's generation right now. You don't even have to be nice, but if you have a bunch of hits, you can be put up there with some of the top artists. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Like, so when you have both, you're damn near unstoppable. You're like Drake or Kendrick or J. Cole. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Those are the three who have both,
Mm-hmm.
who give you great lyrics. There's some that who might not be as successful in them that I like. Like, in my top 5 of the new era is Big Sean is in there. Big Sean has both.
Yeah, Big
You know,
Sean dope.
Big Sean dope as
And
hell.
he gets slept on a lot.
He gets slept on a lot, and I noticed. I've been noticed that about it, but you know what I'm saying. I feel like he's not. He ain't. It's he don't. He's not as consistent as. But then Kendrick is not as consistent as Big Sean. I think it's just the fan base. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It's just the fan base. But when you're attacking all angles, I'm looking at those guys as my, like. Of course, they're in higher level as me, but I look at these guys as the competition that I need to get to, because I told Jay Z in 2013 in the 40/40 Club that I was coming for his crown. So
That's fine.
I'm going for that. Yeah, I'm going for that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you
Like,
know who I heard say that too was Dub.
Double Aura.
Yeah, he said
Yeah,
that in
like
one of his freestyles.
I'm trying. I need that. I'm trying to go for that. You know what I'm saying? Because everything that you want as far as success wise that come from the music industry and everything is gonna come with that when you going for that. You got to
Wait,
think
hold on,
about.
bro. Wait, time out. What was his response to that though? How did he
Oh,
look at you?
he said, oh yeah, step back with the open arms, like, come get it, like with that, like
Oh,
it gave me a pound and then walked off. You know what I'm saying? And
That's
from
what's up.
there, I was like, I'm like, now I ain't never been starstruck. Even when he was there, like, I wasn't. But when he did the come get it, gave me a
how
pound.
old was you?
I had to be. I probably was like, this is 2013. I probably was like 22. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
okay, okay.
I was young as hell, but I was always a fan of Hov. He's like an idol of mine. So it's like my
Yeah.
pop was DJing the 40/40 Club, because it was NBA 2K13, the release of it, and Jay Z had executive produced, I think, like the
Yeah,
soundtrack.
yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, so he had like a release vibe and a release event at the 40/40 Club, and everybody was there, from Kevin Durant to J.R. Smith to
Fine.
Meek, Nas, K. Michelle, Tracy Morgan. Everybody was there. So when I met Jay, my pops introduced me to him, and
Mm.
then he gave me a pound, and he was like, "Yo, this the one that said he wanted to take your crown." And Jay was like, "Oh yeah." I said, "Yeah."
You ain't spitting no bars?
Nah, I mean, I knew he wouldn't have been he wouldn't have been, interested in that. I know Jay. I know my idol, bro. Like, I know he, like, you know what I'm saying. I didn't even take a picture with him because I know he don't really take pictures like that. But he wound up taking pictures with motherfuckers in there. Like, I was tight. I was tight. I was tight. People were saying like, "Yo, he must be in a good mood because he taking pictures with everybody." I'm like, damn. I just I just took the moment and I was just happy in the moment, but it motivated me because that's where I'm trying to go. Like you see your background, bro. Like, I'm trying to be in that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
yeah. I seen it the
trying
other
to,
day and was like, "Yo, this is fire. I gotta use it."
yeah, I'm trying to be in that, you know what I mean? But and one of the big faces, look at Kendrick. Kendrick face big as hell in there. You know what I'm saying? So
Yo,
I'm trying to be like that, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like those three, we just haven't had that from New York in a minute, you know what I'm saying? New York
Yeah.
hasn't had one of those guys in a minute, you know what I'm saying? In New York, you got people that's either super nice
mhm,
lyrically, who can't really give you the
the
bops and
songs.
the hit records and the songs, and then you have people that's hit record or song driven, who's not lyrically inclined. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's either one or the other. So I try to I'm giving everybody both. I feel like my I don't really have my secret weapon be the bops, because I'm a spitter first. I think everybody who knows who even looks up on me knows that about me. Like I'm a
Mhm.
MC. I really they're rappers. I'm an MC, you know what I'm saying? So but I love so much different type of music that I'll be wanting to explore different type of vibes. Like I just made like last month, a month and some change ago, I just made a rock and roll record. You know what I'm saying? Like so,
Fire.
yeah. So I'm just gonna be one of those people that just make different vibes and stuff like that. And because I was so influenced by people like 50 Cent and Max B,
Mhm.
they helped me like get super nice with my
With
hook
the
game. My
hooks,
chorus is
yes.
hell yeah, bro.
Yes.
So weird. Like, because when I started making beats, I would sample. Like I was sampling everything. Like I said, like I told
Mhm.
you, I sampled the T-Pain joint as
Yep,
my
yep.
hook. So that's what I was doing a lot. Like,
Did you
but
make the
after a while,
Coquito beat?
no, my man Diddy from CT, he Diddy broke it. He made
Mhm.
that and she got it. As of recent,
I
I
was gonna
haven't
say
been
that shit would have been raw as fuck.
yeah, as of recent, I haven't been making that many beats like that, but I try to every now and then. Like I've
Do you
had
ever feel like any pressure of rapping on remakes of hit records?
um nah, because I know which ones to not touch, to be honest. Like I know certain records like I did a record years ago where on my project, like I have a project series that I haven't done in a minute, but I want to because it's my most fun project to make. It's called I Am Hip Hop. So I did three of
Mhm.
them where it's kind of like Fab's Soul Tape mixed
Okay,
with
okay.
like Tory Lane's Chicks Tape,
Tape.
where
That's
I
what I was gonna say.
basically where I'm flipping all of these hip hop records. And the thing is, it has to be 10 years older or before, like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
In order for me to flip it, you know what I'm saying? So
so you
like
consider more paying homage than competing with the
hell
record?
yeah. But I know which records that I shouldn't touch. Like on one of them, I sampled Renegade, and a year later, just listening to it, I didn't like it because I felt like
Mhm.
I'm like, yo, I shouldn't have sampled this. Like, this is a record that shouldn't have been flipped. Like, certain
Mhm.
records I just don't think should be touched. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people and certain people try, but it's a reason why certain records don't. Well, with Coquito, I was so hyped because I never heard nobody flip 100% from pun.
Yeah, yeah.
But I believe not because they were scared to flip it. I believe that they just went with the other records that people knew to flip, like It's So Hard and I Don't Want to Be a Player No More. They'll even sample Deep Cover, you know what I mean? The
Yep, yep.
Twins, you know what I'm saying? But they won't sample 100%. I've never heard it. So when
It's
I
the
heard,
it's the it's the familiar with the music.
yeah,
When people hear something they familiar with,
they
it draws them
familiar with
in.
it. You just
Yeah.
gotta hold it to that high level. So when I
Mhm.
got the beat, I automatically knew what I was gonna talk about. I told
Mhm.
myself, I said, yo, it gotta be something right then and there, like to 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 keep that vibe, because you think about it 100%. Tony Sunshine is the hook is in Spanish.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Only
saying?
gotta,
So,
yeah.
but he's rapping and he's rapping in English. So
I seen
he
you
gave
flip the
me
melody, son. You did it right.
for sure. Like it was to keep that crossover. You feel me? For the Latino culture, but hip hop as well. So I knew. I'm like, yo, bro, I knew what I want to talk about because I'm really one of those people that I drink coquito all year round. You know what I'm saying? Like I
It's
love it.
traditionally
It's
like
like Christmas and Thanksgiving
yeah,
type of
yeah, yeah.
vibe,
That
but
shit
I
give me
drink it.
heartburn, so I don't know how you drink it so much.
I mean, love it. I love it, bro. I'll be drinking that shit all year round, bro. So I I knew what I was gonna talk about, and right then and there, like when I made it, I'm like, yo, I
Mixing it
knew
with
I
the
was.
do say.
Yeah, I'm like that. Now, see, that's something that like My mom had there one time, and it hit the spot one time. Like, you feel me? I'm like, oh nah, yeah, that's how we gonna do it. We gonna put a little twist to it, and throw that in the mix. And I just knew it was gonna come out like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Can
I
you?
knew in the verses to bring it back to the the pun vibe to make people remember. You know what I mean? I knew to execute it once I heard the record, and it was that, and the way the beat is set up, that bop is fire. It's for
Facts.
you to groove. You
Mm-hmm.
gotta groove to that.
Can you explain the relationship like in Harlem? Because like every city, like Latinos and Black people aren't connected, but I always felt
Yeah.
like New York, we was like this. Is Harlem like that as well?
Oh hell yeah! See, in my hood, I'm from Amsterdam, so in Amsterdam it's like it's predominantly both. Like you know what I'm saying? We grow up, we went to school with each other. Like my little alias that I call myself, Frecofino, I got that from the Latinos in my hood. Like they gave me that name. You know what I'm saying? Like I just like we like family. Like you know what I'm saying? Some of the people from our neighborhood, like we done fought together, got locked up together, done partied together, done trapped together, done did all that. So we really like family. Like one of the people, the person who gave me the name Frecofino, his name is Prez. He's one of my closest friends. You feel me? He's Latino. You know what I'm saying? So like, and he produced. Like he's an actual like producer. In his crib, like he'll listen to like hip hop for hours, and we'll be in there, and he'd be like, yo, I gotta throw my music on S. I'm like, all right, go ahead. And he'll get in a vibe where he's playing nothing but, you know what I mean, nothing but Latino music. But I'm such a music head, and I done been to so many parties with him and a bunch of other people that some of this music I know now. Like, you know what I mean? I might not even know everything of what they saying, but I know the melody so much that I can know how to repeat what they're saying and not even know what they're saying. You feel me? Like, you feel me? Like, but I grew up on it, so you gotta think when Nori did when Nori did Oye Mi Canto, that was like what, 04?
Probably.
So it was pretty early when he did the records with Nina Sky, and you gotta think Don Omar and Tego was popular even in the town though. It's just, so when they linked up with Nori, and then you got Daddy Yankee who got popular too. It's like in all the popping parties of my teenage years or my middle school years growing up, the whole time you hearing all that. You know what I'm saying? And then at that time, I think you see how Afro beats is popular in the States now, like how it is right now. I think that's how reggaeton was when Nina Sky and Daddy Yankee and Nori and Don Omar. I think that's how that was in the States at that time, like super popular to where like you had Don Omar do Dale remix with Fab and Swiss Beats and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So like that was like heavy. So it was already like, and it was already instilled in us. So like I say Harlem is like that. The Bronx is like that too. I think Brooklyn is too, though. I think Brooklyn is like that. I don't know too much for sure about Queens and Staten Island, but I know in the Bronx, it's the same way. This is Black and Latinos, like they like family in the Bronx. You know what I mean? There's certain blocks that's predominantly Spanish, and there's certain blocks that's predominantly Black. But in those blocks, you'll have them that they're damn near like adopt that Black family or adopt that Latino families in these blocks. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same way. And I say in Brooklyn, it's kind of like that too.
Like
but I just know in Harlem is pretty small.
I grew up saying nigga, but some people look at me mad weird for that. How do you
I
feel
don't
about
though. Like
Spanish
I
people?
don't. I feel like we. Yeah, I can't. I don't know why, but for me, I don't feel no way. I feel like one. And not to sound like, you know, super political. I feel, but we all Black to me. You feel me? I feel like but they don't. I don't think everybody wants to have that conversation. So
they don't. Because I don't give a fuck about that shit either.
Yeah, but I feel like with especially with Black and Latinos, we all Black. When you do the research and you'll see, you know what I'm saying? You'll see that. But you know what I mean? So that's why I don't have no problem like that, you know what I'm saying? at all. You know what I mean? Like,
before we get into your first video of the night, could you explain how this record came together, Coquito?
Oh, well, I got the beat. I knew what I was going to talk about. I dropped it on Christmas of 2021, and it started to like the record started to it started to grow to the point where certain people was like, "Yo, this is a summer banger," so it bled into the summer. And then when I had the video gave it more legs to go up to like 2022's Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I did want to compliment you on having like the humor back in like music, like how Big Pun used to do, how Method Man and Redman. Was that inspired by them?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what I'm saying? And some of the new artists like the Baby and people like that, like who give you that, you know what I'm saying? Because we're like, because we from a church, I think because rappers, we come from some treacherous areas, and we might be cut from that cloth. They feel like they gotta be like that all 24/7. You feel me? And that's what stunts their growth. You feel me? Like I feel like that's what stunts your growth, because trust me, like there's nothing sweet about where the environment I come from and the people I grew up with and the things that I had to do to survive. But I'm also funny, and I also like to have fun. You feel me? So, and I'm gonna show that in my music. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be one of them. I'm not even one of them dudes in the clubs who just mean mugging all day. I mean, when I get in the spot, I'm reading the room, so I do get my mean mugging on. But during for the rest of the night, I'm having fun. You feel me? Like I'm having fun. I can't just walk around with the mean mug face and act tough all day. You know what I'm saying? Like
that shit is whack. It must be hard being tough all day.
Yeah, but you feel me? I like to have fun, and besides, when you leave with that, you know what I'm saying, you don't welcome that much. You don't welcome that much trouble. Now, if the trouble find you, you know you got to defend yourself. We men. I don't glorify on interviews and none of that type of stuff. The stuff that we gotta go through to survive and stuff like that. You feel me? It's evident. It's in my music. I recall it. I let people know the pain and all that in there, but we're not about to sit there and just be boasting about how tough we is and none of that. You know what I mean? We lead with love. We lead with love and have fun. Just don't play with us. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna have fun. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna joke. We're gonna do all of that because that's what I like to do. I like to have a smile on my face. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing wrong with that. You want to get into the first joint of the night?
Let's do it. Let's get into Coquito, man. Coquito, that vibe right now.
Let's get it. Once again, it's Jay's Music Corner, the first video of the night. We got SNS special guest. Shout out to Chi-Town representing Big Vance. And we're going to get into the first joint of the night, SNS Coquito. Let us know what you think. Drop it in the comments. Yes.
Mommy, you look good, it's nice to meet you. I just wanna take you to my crib so I can please you. Hey. It's the Icy Gang, it's the Icy Gang. Hey. Whoa, hey. Mommy, you look good, it's nice to meet you. I just wanna take you to my crib so I can please you. Shorty said she wants something stronger than Casamigos, so I had to put some dudes saying the Coquito. Shorty got some pussy I can swim through. We can fuck the reggaeton, that's what I'm into. The way she move her body, she the truth. And I'm letting this Coquito is the proof. Pour me some Coquito in my cup. I'ma take a couple more sips and then it's up. Shorty see the diamonds in my chain and fell in love. She don't fuck with no lane, she got a thing for a thug. Shorty drinking, bending over, she in twerking mode. And she love her voice like she a fan of Dirty O. Got her screaming, uh-oh, like Lumi D. I hit it like a G. I'm tryna put it in your spine and see if you can take it. And she told me I'm a favorite. She probably say that shit a lot. She climb on top, and this time she never wasting. Even though she got no patience, this Coquito hit the spot. Mommy, you look good, it's nice to meet you. I just wanna take you to my crib so I can please you. Shorty said she wants something stronger than Casamigos, so I had to put some dudes saying a coquito. Shorty got some pussy I can swim through. We can fuck the reggaeton, that's what I'm into. The way she move her body, she the truth. And I'm lit, this coquito is the proof. Bitch, I'm too lit. Tell my old hoes that I'm on some new shit. I don't know the last time I heard who's this. Frecofino is the nigga with the blue strips. Bad Latin mommy with me, I tell her dale. Coquito got her feeling like she took a Molly. The gang rowdy, but my energy on Bobby. I fuck around and do some salsa in the party. Ooh, I'm from uptown. Niggas doubted me before, but I'm up now. Plain Jane Rollie on, not a bust down. Coquito in my system, about to fuck it up now. Mommy, you look good, it's nice to meet you. I just wanna take you to my crib so I can please you. Shorty said she wants something stronger than Casamigos, so I had to put some dudes saying a coquito. Shorty got some pussy I can swim through. We can fuck the reggaeton, that's what I'm into. The way she move her body, she the truth. And I'm lit, this coquito is the proof. You know what it is, baby.
Once again, it's Jay's Music Corner. We got co-host King Vance and special guest SNS. Yeah, I wanted to ask because I see a lot of your videos are shot by half from up here. What's your connection to the 845? You're on mute.
My fault. Half and D Weathers, you know what I'm saying? That's my connection. Half reached out to me like 20, I want to say 14, 15. And I was the first person in the city that he shot with. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So he wasn't super nice. He wasn't really nice like that yet. But I seen his quality was clear, and he was willing to like build with me. You know what I'm saying? And I thought, you know, I'm a big advocate of doing that. You know what I'm saying? Of just like, if it's somebody that believe in the vision of what we got going on, and they want to see me win, and we want to build, and they want to build, and they might not be like super skilled yet, I'm going to build with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll build with you.
Definitely leveled up.
Yeah, for sure. So I stuck by him through all of that, you know what I'm saying? And help get him some clients, and you know what I'm saying? So him, and then people seeing me do a lot of his videos is what, you know what I mean? A lot of people started asking for him, and he had no choice but to keep coming out here
shot
in
a
the
few of
city.
mine.
Yeah,
Great,
so
man.
like he had no choice but to keep coming out here to the city. So, you know, it was him, and then when he introduced me to Weathers, and we started to do records, you know what I mean? It's like the whole Fly Dial is like family, you know what I'm saying? We you know what I'm saying? We've been rocking for years. So, you know what I mean? We any and everything they need from me, I'm here, you know what I'm saying? And it's likewise. So that I'm loyal to it. For after, in the beginning, I wasn't letting Half do all the big videos for me, but until like until he started to really show, you know, consistency, and show that he's really dedicated and to want to take in his visuals to the next level. And I think the first one I let him do as far as like a big video was me and Sin City. And
I remember Sin City.
Yeah, so he did. When I let him do that, he was hype, and he did his thing. And then from there, I just kept giving him the big videos. I was like, I'm just loyal. And after a while, I was like, I don't even care to shoot videos with nobody. You know what I mean?
From the Sin Cities to the Dubs, the Dave East, the Jim Jones. Does that come from like Harlem kind of being like a tight knit city and you being outside, or is it like a relationship thing from family?
I mean, it's well, it's both, depending on who the person is, like, because like Jim, he close with my pops, but that don't mean he would have did music with me, or even or was even interested in having me, like, you know,
No, you're
interested.
nice, bro. You don't have to.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, because Jim is a person that's going, you know what I mean? If he don't see it, he just ain't gonna do it. And East, same thing. I had to be putting in pain, you know what I'm saying, for them to really respect my hand, or respect what I got going on, or they wouldn't treat me how they treat me now. You know what I mean? They treat me like I'm a DJ son. They wouldn't treat me like how they treat me. They respect my shit because I'm putting in pain. They see the work that I'm doing. They see what I'm doing, and they see that my pops don't even be involved in what I got going on, like in its entirety. Like, you know what I mean? He there, but he not the one that's doing everything that I got going on. So when they realize that and they show me a lot more love because they respect that. They see that I'm not trying to go, I'm not even trying to use him when he's like my real only cosign. When you think about it, like I ain't these
Bro, ain't
other
nothing
like
wrong with that. I
Yeah,
don't.
hell
that's a
no. I mean,
fact.
years
That's
when
a
I was
fact.
growing up, I used to feel like something was wrong with that because of the narrative of me getting a lot of big things because of my pops. But when I'm looking at certain artists,
That's what your pop's supposed to do. Look at Trump, son.
yeah,
This
you're
this
right.
is
But
all
it's
we
like they
got is
don't.
music. You know what I mean? And shit
That's a
like that.
fact. They don't even know like when I'll have to work twice as hard for that type of stuff. They think it's an easier road because of that. Nah, it's Puff son. He got to work twice as hard to get his records to be
You living
popular.
up to like the expectation.
Because you got to think before this record with Kodak, he had a record with the City Girls, with him and with Tiana and Chris Brown. He had stuff, but the fans wasn't gonna give it to him that easy because they feel like he's already getting stuff given to him because of Puff. They don't know he has to work his ass off to get these records
Nepotism.
to be accepted. Exactly. So they
Shorty
think
nice
that
too
it's
though.
yeah. I love his vibe.
Yeah, he nice
That
His
too though.
Kodak
vibe
joint
is
is
a
fire.
breath of fresh air to what, especially for New York, because everybody in New York follows whatever that's popular to get
But
in.
he actually bringing that old bad boy flavor back though.
I
I like
agree.
him doing that.
Me
Every
too. I
song I
like
done
it.
heard, I be in this motherfucker like hell yeah, son.
Yeah, bro. I agree wholeheartedly, bro. And that's the thing. Like he has to work twice as hard. Not and that's another reason why he has to work twice as hard because one, it's his pop sound. We know his pops for it, but it's not in the forefront right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
he has to work twice as hard to make that sound. But when them DJs get a hold of them records, they love it. Why? Because it's a breath of fresh air. It gets the people moving. It gets the people feeling good. It gets the people dancing. So me, I'll be having to work twice as hard because they feel like that. It didn't take me until like the last 5 years of this to feel like, yo, you know what?
Yeah, you've been
I'm
rapping
not.
for a minute, so
Yeah, to not care about my father being like, being there because I would look at other artists, they have like big name rappers, put them under the wing. I ain't
it
have
doesn't
that.
always work either.
Yeah, it
Nah, I
definitely
don't.
don't. But I never had that. You feel me? I never had a rapper put me under their wing, and then you feel me? I ain't have that. I have some rappers show love and do some verses and stuff like that. But I ain't have no rapper go like, yo, I'm gonna put you under the wing, and yeah, we gonna do all of this. You know what I'm saying? Nah. So the only person that did that is the person who made me, which is my pops. You feel me? So in these recent years, I'm like, no, I'm gonna let him do that because that's the only real cosign that I had. You know what I'm saying? That
Ain't
really
nothing
do
wrong with that.
so. You know what I'm saying? Like Charlemagne said this to me years ago when the first time I did the Breakfast Club, it was like 2013. He tells me, like, what? You know, he's like, shit, I'd be using that. I'll be using him every chance I get.
Facts. I
You know what I'm
don't.
saying?
I don't care about that. I didn't even know
Yeah,
all of this. I was just asking.
yeah, nah, but like it's like and I just respect. I just love the fact of how I did it though. You feel me? Because it makes me feel better. It motivates me to know that I did this. So when something goes wrong, when something goes wrong, I know that it's me. Like I know that it's me that did it. Like
You could
I
take the
got me
blame.
here. Yeah, I know I did this wrong. I know I got me here. Like I
Some
know
bullshit.
yeah, so
Yeah.
that like you know what I mean, just so I can't blame nobody. I don't like blaming nobody and for my career or anything. Or so if I could blame myself, I can praise myself when I do major
Facts.
stuff as well. Like I discipline myself to the highest standpoint. Like if I miss an interview, I won't even and I'm supposed to go out to the club at night, I won't go because I'm not celebrating if I just missed out on something that I was supposed to be at. You feel me? I do that to myself. You feel me? I punish myself. You know what I mean? Like so that's why I pride myself on doing a lot of this on my own and having
Yeah,
and
you
with
deserve it,
you know what
bro.
I'm saying? Because you know what I
The
mean,
grind.
I get the chance to say all of this, you know what I mean? The people the fact that I sell out my concert and stuff like that, this ain't off of my pop's name, this off my name. You know what I mean? And I'm just grateful for my pops because it wasn't always like in the beginning of this my pops my pops was running my career in the beginning. I just didn't agree with everything that he wanted me to do. And when certain things didn't go well, I would blame him. And he'd be like, what you want me to do? I'm one man. And I understood. And I'm like, you know what? I think after 1 year, I'm like, bro, nah, I'm going to take this matters in my own hands. I'm like, yo, I'm doing this. He's like, yo, I don't think you should do that. I'm like, I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway.
Nah.
You know what
I
I'm
can
saying?
ask
Like,
you a personal question just from me.
of course.
Because, you know, city people make fun of us because we from the 845 or whatever. Some people, not everybody. With you, like, being up here a little bit and knowing people from up here, did it change your perspective on upstate?
I looked at, see, this be me, though. You feel me? I feel like I'm that person that went to Colorado Springs, bro, not even Denver. You feel me? Denver is the state that everybody goes to. I went to Denver from being at Colorado Springs. So I'm going to go to those towns where people might not think it's that popular, but I'm going to go to them towns and see what's they sound out there, see what's going on out there. The rock and roll record that I told y'all I made, the producers from the 845. Shouts to my man Benny. He's out. He produced it. Why? I went out there. They had beat battles. I heard some of them beats. I loved it. You feel me? And so it's like, I think all it is I think y'all be having to work twice as hard too, as far as artists is concerned, because it's like you have the majority of the people of the city who's that ignorant, who might look at y'all like as not the city and things of that nature. But it's like, I look at it as, you know what I'm saying? I feel like y'all place matter as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't think people, until Griselda got here, I don't think people really was looking at Buffalo like that either.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? But see, that's the thing. If you know some people like that was trapping, you know, and they from the town, they know places like Schenectady, up in like all of them places upstate. Those is the places that they give you open arms at, so they know, like, you know, like they mean something too, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, so I don't go up there. I never went up there thinking like, yo, y'all not. I used to tell Weathers like, yo, bro, the only advice I could give y'all is to try to keep coming to the city more. You know what I'm saying? Like, and keep coming to the city more, keep turning up out here, because the way they treat y'all, they already treat y'all, your fans. The fans up there in 845 is supportive. It's just, I know that y'all don't have enough outlets to get to where y'all want to be, because majority of the outlets is out here in the city. You know what I'm saying? And I think
it's not too far though.
Yeah, no, y'all are an hour away. You know what I'm saying? So I think y'all are, you feel me? I think the same thing with CT too, though. I think CT, they don't have a lot of like outlets for hip hop standpoint to put them where they want to be. But these are places that a lot of famous artists, especially from New York, when they getting booked, when they hot and they start getting booked plenty places, that whole tri-state from Rhode Island to Poughkeepsie, because
Chance Theater
used to be big at booking a lot of people out there. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you got places at CT as well, like, and that would book people too. Like Max B used to get booked in all of these places. So like, I look at French too. You know what I'm saying? So I look at that as like, you know what I'm saying? These are the places that you would want to be heard at. It's like people want to get heard in the main places in the South, but don't want to worry about places like Mississippi and Alabama and things like that. Like they matter too.
They become some of the biggest fans.
Yeah, exactly. But they'll only worry about places like Atlanta, Texas, Miami. You know what I'm saying? Memphis. You know what I mean? But places like Alabama matter too. Places like Cincinnati, Ohio matters as well. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Like, so
it's like trying to be the president. You got to tour everywhere.
You got to tour everywhere. I'll look at those places like, oh, if y'all rappers don't want to embrace these places, I will, because they're gonna love me out here. You know what I'm saying? And I can say gratefully that I got a lot of 845 love over the years. So
yeah, that's how I found you, because somebody shared it. You know what I
mean?
mean?
So I get a lot of love out there, and that's just me being one of the people to, you know what I mean, go out there and really chop it up with them, do music with them, and vice versa. They come out here and they get the same love and stuff like that.
I see
don't,
Weathers in your videos.
Yeah, Weathers is my dog. You know what I'm saying? My man Hefe with the shot, another one.
Yep,
I
I
rock
know
with
him too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But I'm starting to do work with more people out there. The last time I was out there, maybe like 2 months ago, for another beat battle that I have had, and I started seeing more artists. You know what I'm saying? And I just started tapping in with them, you know what I'm saying? Just to get that vibe in, you know what I'm saying? That's just the type of artist I am, you feel me? I'm gonna get them places that people might think that they too big to get or is gonna probably follow suit. And they might be. If you hot enough, these other states, these other places and these other cities might follow suit because they got no choice. That's what y'all radios is playing, but that don't mean they gotta like come out to your shows and do none of that.
Yeah, facts.
So that's why I go tap in because they show me love. They show me love, and I'm gonna go tap in with them. So that's just me. The place that shot Coquito, the place that shot Coquito with the Wu-Tang sign that says "Welcome," that's in Poughkeepsie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, where the two girls is blowing the hookah and that, they're from Poughkeepsie.
That was pure.
I was out there, and I don't even know where that was at. I don't know if it was called Pure or not.
I'm from Ellenville. I'm from where the hoodies are from, but
those my guys. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
little ass town, 4,000 people.
So like this is why I had that love for them and love for the 845 because like they show me a lot of love and I got respect for a lot of those guys. Like, and that's why I applaud the hoodies because they know they like, yo, we got it. The city's there. We got to keep turning up. And you know how larger in life the hoodies and people like Weathers and Tito Montana, how they look when they out in the city turning up and getting that love and come back to the 845.
It's even bigger.
There's no competition between who got it in the town at that point. They will because they're the ones that's making it happen and not scared to leave their comfort zone to make it happen. I'm one of those people in the city as well that I'm not scared to leave. Like I fund my own tours. I go to these places in these cities and make stuff happen there. You know what I'm saying? Because I want everybody to have a favorite SNS record. And it don't even got to be the same record. Like everybody don't got to like Coquito. Some might like Gangly. Some might like She Got It. Some might like the Skrilla record where me and Vance, like, as long as you rock with SNS and y'all could debate on which record y'all like, my job is done for me personally.
What's your top 5, bro?
So I got 2 different generation top 5. I got like my all-time GOATs.
He said 2.
Yeah, because you know, like for the youth, they don't. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a whole. We're in 2023 now, so it's like, but I still got an all-time GOATs, and like maybe I think my 5 is in that picture right there. Whole 50, Fab, Kiss, Cam. That's my top 5 of all time.
And that shit was quick. I love it.
Whole 50, Fab, Kiss, Cam, and Eminem is like an honorary mention. You feel me? And then I got my like my new generation of guys, which is Meek, YG, Big Sean, Nipsey Hussle, and Young Thug. Those were like my favorite. Those are my favorites.
I love Nip.
I always loved Nip, bro, because him, Russ, Troy Ave, and Young Dolph are the 4 people who made me believe that, yeah, I can do this independent. And it worked for me. I'm making money off this. Now in my head, when I talk to labels and other big name people and people that just ask me, like, yo, what's your goal out of this? I'm like, yo, bro, my goal right now is my little short-term goal is to get paid $10,000 a show. Once I start getting paid $10,000 a show, I ain't signing to nobody. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you have any advice for independent artists?
Put your money where your mouth is. You feel me? Like it's everybody saying they're independent, but don't want to put their money where their mouth is. And when I mean that, I mean like, bro,
do business.
Spend your money on quality. Even if you independent, so you got to compete with people who got back end and a machine and all of that behind them. Your quality has to compete with their quality. Your excuse can't be, oh, I'm independent. No, you got to put the money up and sacrifice and invest. You might not see this money back. But it's gonna help your career in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because your brand will rise, and then you'll start being able to charge for things. You know what I'm saying? Like I sold out in my concert. I made thousands of dollars that night. They came out to rock with me. You know what I'm saying? Which now I was already doing this type of stuff, but to say this now, because I did it in Brooklyn. When I used to do my stuff in Manhattan and the Bronx, then the narrative was because it's packed, they only thought it was Harlem and Bronx people coming, and it wasn't. But because I'm doing it in those places, the narrative would be, that's what the whole Harlem out or the whole uptown. No, I'm bringing everybody out. But you think that because of the venue space. So now let's go pack out Brooklyn. You feel me? You know what I mean? Just
what is it called?
You.
The paper not paper mill. It's like a big venue in the Bronx or Brooklyn. Sorry.
Oh damn! I think I know what you're talking about.
The paper factory or some shit like that.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's one of the joints I knew.
Yeah,
whatever. I'm not from the city. I thought I was cool trying to throw that in there.
Oh, stop, man. It's all good, man.
Nah, man.
But so that's I use that to the promoters to where like, nah, you gotta pay me. Why I gotta pay you? Because I really don't need you to make this.
I remember that line you said. They pay me to perform. You pay to perform.
Yeah, they booked me. I said that.
What is your opinion on people having to pay to perform to put their face out there?
I'm not mad at it because that's you investing in your career. I'm just popping my shit because
he was talking.
Yeah, let them know you made it to that level now.
I'm at a different level. You feel me?
Exactly.
I ain't never have to pay to perform. They pay me to perform. You pay them to perform. That's just the level that we at with it. Just be popping my shit. But I'm not against it. Just make sure it's worth you paying for this. If you paying for it, you better put on a fucking show because that's your money.
Yep.
Facts. You
come up there with that lazy ass energy. You just wasted your money.
That's your money down the drain because they don't. As an independent artist, just an artist, period. I think niggas walk into this shit entitled, thinking that niggas are supposed to automatically show you support because you think you're talented. Even if you're talented, bro, nobody. Oh, what did I tell you, Jay? When you hit me up and what I said to you, bro, I appreciate you because you don't. He said I'm mad that I just got on to you. I said, bro, no, I'm not, because you didn't owe me that. You don't owe me your ear.
It's a fact.
It's my job as an artist to gain your ear.
The fans, yep.
To gain you as a fan. You don't have to like my music. That doesn't mean you're hating. That's just the narrative that everybody wants to put on in this. It's
kind of like a bitter perspective to think like
that.
Yeah,
it's a bitter perspective, but that's what everybody has. And it's really the minority. It's the minority because we just believe that we're supposed to, like, if I'm your friend, you're supposed to just support me because I'm your friend. What if your friend don't believe in what you out there really support? You know what I mean?
But that takes a level of honesty that most people don't have.
That's the real thing. You feel me? And that's through my music, through my interviews. That's what I'm trying to give to the up and coming artists. Because, brother, you gonna get to this industry and them niggas is gonna humble you and give you some of the honest truth. And you gonna be running around talking about, yo, this industry's fake, it's phony. Yes, it is, but they honest when it comes to levels.
Yeah, I get that.
When it comes to levels and letting you know what level you at, they have no problem letting you know what level you at.
They tell you in a heartbeat.
They tell you in a heartbeart.
Well, I've been humbled a lot. Humbled a lot.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I've been humbled too. My pop, one of the main reasons why I didn't even want to do business with my pops in the beginning is because we had a show in Hot 97, and I didn't know this was when Ebro was program director at the time, and he sent me over there. This is like maybe like a year or 2 years, like 2 years after Cypher Sounds is playing my music on the radio.
It's like 2014, 15?
Yeah, this is like
16, 17 type shit.
No, like 08, 09.
Oh, damn.
Oh, okay.
I meet Ebro for the first time. My pop's like, yo, go up to Ebro, tell him play your record. I'm like, why? He says, tell him you're my son. It's just like, tell him go. I'm like,
who is your pops, bro?
My pop's name is DJ SNS. So
okay.
yeah. So you know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? So he goes and sends me off. He sends me off. I didn't even agree with it, but I did it anyway. I'm like, yo, Ebro, you gotta spin my record, man. He like, why I gotta spin your record? I said what my pops told me to say. So I'm DJ.
You think he had a conversation before that?
I don't know.
It would have been
just
nice
did
if
it
he
because my
did.
pops told me. I'm like, here goes nothing.
He hit you with
he
the
like, why
okey
should I
doke?
play your record? I'm like, I'm DJ SNS son. He like, all right, I know your pops. I don't know you. That was humbling right there. That was what I needed. Fast forward to 2017, I wound up getting Beats Apple One radio interview with Ebro. You feel me? And I reminded him about that time, and he remembered. You know what I'm saying? Like he remembered the moment that I brought it up to him, and he's like, "No, I'm glad." He's like, "I'm glad I did that." I'm like, "No, I'm glad you did that." He's like, "Cause you make your name for yourself," and you know what I'm saying. And he bought I forgot what album. Man. Yeah, I forgot what album I had out at the time, but he bought it in my face. He bought it in front of me. You know what I'm saying?
That's real. That's real.
But you know what I'm saying? But that I needed that. You know what I'm saying? Because that lets you know, bro, I don't care who you with. Yes, relationships mean a lot in this game. But there's some people that don't give a damn who you know in this shit.
I believe that.
They gonna tell you, I don't care. I rock with him. I don't rock with you. I don't know you.
Yo, I had a question. From an independent standpoint, with the internet taking over the game, do you think it's still like what's more valuable, hitting the pavement in the streets or the internet is do or say or is it a mix of both?
I'm gonna come clean. I like both. I still do guerrilla marketing, the posters, the flyers, the stickers, all that shit. Yes, I do the internet, you know what I'm saying? But it's the perception that it carries, that it carries. You do the guerrilla marketing for both marketing, but perception. The perception that it carries is you're larger than life. This is because when you look at your favorite rappers, they have street teams that do this for them.
Does that still exist?
Yeah, for sure.
To a certain degree,
yeah, for a certain degree, because Def Jam still has people outside of big name artists having their posters up. Like shouts to
I was asking because where I'm from, obviously don't exist. You know, I'm not in the mix like you.
Yeah, I think, but see, and that's the crazy shit, because I think that's a perfect time for somebody in the 845 to be doing it, because nobody is doing it. So while nobody is doing it, think about leaving out. I don't know if Chance Theater is still open or not, but let's what's a big venue you guys got right now?
That was probably the only one I knew besides
Chance. All right, so let's say Chance is open for the sake of the conversation, for the point. Now say you got, let's say you the artist and you not even performing. Say you're not even performing. You just there in the building. And then you leave out. Everybody leaves out. They remember seeing you in the building, but then they leave out and they see a bunch of people holding up signs promoting your album. They're gonna want to find out who you are.
Okay.
And some of these places gonna have QR. Some of these posters might have QR codes on them.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna want to know who you are and who's this?
It's like a local election.
They're gonna think you on
local election.
You know, like a local election where they put the little stickers in the lawn, like you see it.
And think about all of them, like aldermans and them mayors for certain towns and stuff like that. I don't even be knowing half of them people, like for real.
But, outside of the promo.
Yeah, but when they start moving with their little trucks and start blocking the streets out with the posters and stuff like that, what do you do? Like, you know what I'm saying?
So rap is like trying to be the president, trying to be
bro. So right there, it's like it creates that perception, because labels do it like for their artists. Like Def Jam still do that. Like shouts to my guy Shampoo. He still has the team that still does that for people like the Dave Easters, the YGs, you know what I'm saying? Like all of those guys that's on Def Jam, they still do that type of stuff for, because it makes you look larger than life, perception wise. And then the people want to tune in, you know what I mean? Because it's like, think about it. If everywhere they go, if everywhere they go, they keep seeing your poster, they're gonna want to look you up.
Facts.
That's a fact.
Same thing of just like saying if you look on your gram and you keep seeing the same video being sponsored,
I found a lot
sooner
of
or
artists that
later
way.
somebody's gonna click on it. It's
a fact.
And like, yo, why does keep popping up on my timeline?
It's true. I've done it. I've done it myself. If I see it enough, I'll click on it.
Exactly. So it's like that's how I look at it. So I think both. But in this generation right now, do you need to do guerrilla marketing? No, because we're in the internet. We're in the internet world right now, the internet era where you can pretty much do all that promotion via internet. But me, I like to carry on. I like to touch all bases, check off all boxes, because there's them people that's walking around in real life. There's them old folks. I want all ages as fans, and it might be them old folks that's like 60 years old who might not have Instagram, who might got Facebook and don't really know how to work their phone like that, but they see your poster on this street on 3 different blocks.
It's a fact.
They gonna want to know who you. So when they see you, you're like, yo, you look mad familiar. I seen you before.
It's me.
He be like, it's me. Oh, this is me. Oh yes, I seen your poster. So they both work. You know what I'm saying? It's just people, because so much people is okay with doing just the internet, that they don't need to do the that they don't need to do the guerrilla marketing, that they won't. It's the easy way out. Although internet is still not easy, but it's like
it's a cheat code compared to back in the day.
Nowadays, you got people believing that everybody can just automatically go viral, to where they have people trying to create.
I think it's difficult to go viral.
Because I look at it like it's organic, but people be trying to create these campaigns to start up something to make it go viral. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the right amount of people who post it, or the right hashtags and things like that. It's cool, but think about the people who's living life that's not giving a damn about your hashtags. Like I talk to people in the industry, and they looking at the views. They like, yo, the comments got to match the views, bro. I have a Fire Stick TV, bro. I have YouTube on it. I'm not commenting off my Fire Stick.
I'm always on YouTube, and I haven't left a comment in 10 years.
I never comment. Do you know how many people who do that though in real life? You know what I'm saying? Like, who you want me to? No disrespect.
It's gotta be the loser.
You want me to go? You're trying to have me gain these web nerds that's gonna sit behind their desk on their computer and their phone and look at the video enough to actually leave a comment. Like,
I'll do it if it's a homie, but I don't do that.
And I appreciate everybody that do. I mean, because I don't want them to call them web nerds. It's just, I appreciate everybody that reads the comments. But bro, you want thousands of comments to match thousands of views. It's not gonna be your prominent fan base. It's gonna be people who only handle things through internet. And everybody's outlet isn't. If I'm driving and I'm listening to YouTube through the phone, I'm not commenting. If I have YouTube on Fire Stick or Roku, I'm not commenting.
I never do.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't be worried about that type of stuff. You know, like, not the comments. I just know that that's what, the powers that be look for.
Yeah.
But it's hypocritical because it's hypocritical because their companies
they got streaming farms and all that.
Their companies be falsifying bots and streams and all the other sorts of stuff.
Everything's fair nowadays. It's just perception, basically.
That's what I led with, to the point where I felt like I'm one of the last of the dying breed. I be sitting there. You should hear the conversations that I have with people to make it like. Falsifying views and streams is like normal to them.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me, bro. I'm
looking like a dinosaur right now by not going
trying to keep it real. Yeah, you keeping it real
for that form. Yeah, by trying to keep it real. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and I only do it because
the real ones respect it though.
Yes, and because you can see my fan base in real life. That's the difference.
But what does the false number supposed to do?
Create the perception it creates the perception because these kids and these viewers that's watching it, they're not viewing it off the rip because they know you as an artist. Say the artist, they don't think about how many rappers come out of nowhere because
if they see 1,000 views and then they see 1,000,000 views, even
and
if
they see 1,000,000 views, they're like, why does he have 1,000,000 views? Oh, he has to be hot because he has 1,000,000 views. Let me click on it because I'm out the loop because he has millions of views and I didn't see it yet.
Yeah, it's frivolous.
So now you click on it. So by the time we realize that they fake views, you've already garnered enough real views by people by the selling point of the fake views.
Crazy part is, if I ain't never heard of the person, they got 1,000,000 views. I just look at it and then I
that's when I'm like, yo, where the comments at?
I scroll right past
it. Look at it, but then look at the comments. You start seeing the comments and be like, some of these comments be like the same hour,
my
same minutes, same time. You know
what I'm saying? The exact same paragraph.
Same thing. You know what I mean? Like it's just so much that go, but it's hard to decipher that. And then the labels is sitting there telling you which true and which not when they're falsifying some of this shit. Like they're falsifying, they're giving these people bots, they're paying certain influencers.
It's like a fake nigga telling you how to be real, but they fake.
Exactly. And then you know what I'm saying? That's why I said my goal is to get paid $10,000 a show. I'm not against signing because I know the machine that comes with it. That's the only reason why I would be signing to a label, for their machine and resources, not their influences. Because we don't know half of the founders of these the founders, not CEOs, not vice presidents,
man. It's the J's, man. You know who I'm talking about.
I said the J's.
You from New York. You know who I'm talking about. Shout out to Kyrie.
Put a real name on it.
He said put a real. We don't want to get canceled. Y'all shit might shut down in mid-interview.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's why I say the J's, man.
We don't know who owns Zoom.
Hey, that's a fact. I bet you they do. I bet you they do it.
Shut down.
Yeah, y'all want to get into the second video of the night?
Let's do it. What's this, Gangly?
Oh, nah, we review music, so normally we play the artist that's on here the first time, and then we get your opinion on music that we just found.
That's fire. Let's do it.
The second joint of the night, once again, is Jay's Music Corner. We got co-host King Vance, Shottown representative, and special guest SNS. Second video of the night, we got Mimo 600. We that.
He's from Chicago, right?
Yeah,
I believe
Chicago.
So. Yeah, I heard of him.
Let's get into it.
Say so. Fuck with these rappers, told them Michael Jackson be that. Calling up my Ziggy man, cause Lord knows I need that. Michael mirror my chains and on my J, I know they see that. Niggas, they be lame, reach from O-Chain and it's gon' be that. 59 and 60 of King's Riders, where we be at. Niggas, they be tender dick, we catch them where it's eat at. And I'm chucking bees, bitch, big bees, that's where I bleed at. I ain't DJ Khaled, but these bitches know that we that. Rolling off these Ziggies, I can't feel my face. I done moved my ass into the A and then I caught a case. You ain't taking shit from me, Mo, you can take one to the face. Switchy on the chopper, she don't catch it, and ain't got a trick. Stepping on that walker like I'm flocking, fuck about my face. I be sliding on my other oppers in another state. How these niggas steady getting booked, then they got a case. Niggas know about me, Mo 6, so bitch, I'm GDK.
Let me know you don't like me. You know what I'm saying? Let me know how you don't like me. That's what it is. I'm into people. It don't gotta be no real. I don't know why. I don't care why. But it can be that. You see what I'm saying? Cause I ain't no goofy. Like what the fuck? Then I play hard. I play.
My shorty them, they get the low pay them, they gon' bend it. Bitch, I am a savage on my block like Dave Von Bennett. Scratching off and track off, here's me, Mo, I been in it. Go, so don't play my beats. They know we play for keys. 6-0, we play the streets. And I won't cuff no E. Nigga ain't did no murders, a lot of niggas, they accessory. I won't trust no setup, oh, that bitch won't get the best of me. And I'm with them shooters, they on point, Carmelo Anthony. Bell about the Cooper, chase them down, won't show no sympathy.
A lot of these niggas out here Hollywood now, man.
So you don't think
no names though? A lot of these niggas Hollywood. Street nigga like me ain't on that Hollywood shit, you know. Streets fuck with realness, you know.
True shit, man.
Real, you foo ass nigga, you get exposed.
I don't fuck with these rappers, told them Michael Jackson be that. Calling up my Ziggy man, cause Lord knows I need that. Michael mirror my chains and all my J, I know they see that. Niggas, they be lame, we from O-Chain and it's gon' be that. 59 and 60 of King's Riders, where we be at. Niggas, they be tender dick, we catch them where it's eat at. And I'm chucking bees, bitch, big bees, that's where I bleed at. I ain't DJ Khaled, but these bitches know that we that. Bitch, know I'm that nigga, I'm big stepper, no exposing me. Pop a nigga, he looking at my neck, this ain't no way to me. Yeah, where I go, they know I bang my set, these niggas hoes to me. I don't give a fuck who you is, it's that bitch, I'm me motor beast. I got hoes, hold those for me. I got hoes, get those to me. Catch a nigga on camera with my mask so they won't notice me. A lot of these niggas ain't never did shit, man. Fucking goofs. These niggas be accessories. Witness ass niggas.
Once again, it's Jay's Music Corner. We got co-host King Vance and special guest SNS. What'd you think of that one, Vance?
Oh man, that's my shit. You know, I'm all into that drill shit. That's my scene right there. I fuck with all of them. Like I say, every time I, get one of these videos up here, I fuck with everybody. I wish they get together, make money together, stop all that beef and shit, and put the city where it need to be.
What'd you think of that, SNS?
I agree. I already know who Mimo was. That beat hard. I ain't gonna lie, that beat hard. Yeah, that beat hard. That beat hard. You know what I mean? He got Mimo been slotting. So you know what I mean. Shouts to Mimo.
When the last guy he had talking, that's actually E-Day 600. He one of the first ones from the neighborhood that was rapping.
Facts. Yeah.
He died a couple years ago.
E-Day was one of the early ones on the drill scene, like that.
Facts.
The New York started to see and stuff like when of course we knew Sos and stuff like that, but like E-Day was one of them people that niggas knew. L.A. Capone was one of them niggas, and niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Same hoods.
Yeah, it's like E-Day was early on. You know what I mean? Memo wasn't too far though. Memo was around that time.
Yeah, like, he was around. He just wasn't rapping yet.
Yeah, Memo was So yeah, shouts to Memo. It's so crazy. Like I got homies in Chirac that I really rock with. My man, one of my guys, young Crip guy hits. He's a producer out there. That guy, he did one of the 56 bars for Dirt, and then one of my other guys, he an artist. My man Stunt Taylor. That's my man.
I know that name.
Yeah, he had a song called Fifi on the Block.
Oh, okay, that's what. Okay, right, I know. Yeah, that shit was everywhere.
He's well versed in Chicago music, son.
That shit was everywhere. I was in Houston. I was in Houston by then, but that song was everywhere.
Yeah, that's my guy. That's my guy. You know what I mean? And of course, we got old. Yeah, that's my guy. Like we actually had did music before. He done lived in New York for a little bit, so he put us on to everything. Like we knew what a Fifi meant. You know what I mean? All that. So you know what I'm saying? So he put us on to that when he went back to Chicago and Fifi on the Block blew up. We was rooting for him and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So and he a super athlete like Stunt Taylor. Like he like a jack of all trades. That boy know how to do. He know how to rap. He
like Dave and Cam.
Yeah, bro, real talk. Cause he know how to play football and basketball. Plus he rap. You know what I'm saying? So he was very dope, very dope, very dope. Shout out to my guy.
On the topic of Chi-Town, how do y'all feel about Kanye getting back with Adidas?
He shouldn't have did that, bro. He shouldn't have. He didn't need to.
He didn't need to, but the real reason why he wanted to get away from it in the first place is because of the position he wanted. They wouldn't give it to him. So now that they want him to come back, he now has, all right, you give me that spot, I'll come back.
Yeah,
so now they have to give him the spot. Now they have to give him the spot they didn't want to give him.
That's a fact.
People but they also have to realize nobody gave a fuck about Adidas like that until Kanye got over there.
That's why I would have wanted them to crumble because them niggas was losing. They was about to lose $1 billion off of Kanye.
Oh, they already knew it would. They knew it was
over. Do we owe
with.
him an apology?
Do we owe Kanye an apology?
Yes.
Yeah. And do they do? Yes. Do we do? Nah, because he bumped his head and said some stupid shit. Like I wouldn't have said that. I wouldn't have said that whole George Floyd shit. I wouldn't have said it, even if you believe it. I wouldn't even.
I look at it like this. Kanye was saying a lot of stupid shit to get out of all those contracts that he wanted to get out of. Think about all the people want to say, people be like, oh, well, why would he do all that just to get out the contracts and lose all that money? Sometimes it ain't about the money. This nigga got money. You got to remember, this nigga has money.
Yes, and that's what we wanted. Yo, I'm glad you said that.
He's not a billionaire no more. The nigga still worth $500 million. Money. What the fuck does it matter?
Look, he took the billion and was still worth $440 million, bro. What? That means when they took the billion, he was still top 5 on the Forbes. Still,
he could give everybody in America $1 and still have 150 million.
Bro, I'm just saying, like, some people just don't make sense when they talking. It's like, bro, he did all of that to get out of those contracts so he could either renegotiate his shit or go start his own shit.
But that's what I think Kanye don't do, and that's what I don't like, because Sway Ben gave you that. Sway Ben gave you that
years ago.
Years ago. You are Kanye West. If not, I believe, mind you, Jay's my idol. I got him up there, top 3 for influence. But Kanye West has to be the most influential rapper of all time since Tupac Shakur.
That is a fact. Music and fashion. It's just
music and fashion and just the gems, because some of the stuff that he do say be happening in our faces.
That's a fact.
Sometimes he just don't know how to deliver it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what it really be. But what he says be true.
Facts.
It's just we don't, because Kanye is gonna give it to you in his most blunt way possible, and not
his delivery sucks.
Yeah, his delivery on doing shit sucks, because sometimes
like Dame Dash. Motherfuckers think Dame Dash an asshole, but Dame Dash be telling you the truth though. He be telling you shit you need to hear.
100%. 100%. It's really on delivery. That's why Jay said on Blueprint, I show you how to move in a room full of vultures. Industry shady and need to be taken over. Because he's telling you right then and there, it needs to be taken over. But you gotta move. You gotta move right in these rooms full of vultures, because it's more of them than it is you. It's easy for them to outcast you. It's easy.
Any advice to move in a room full of vultures?
Listen more than you talk.
Yep.
And that's the only problem that I feel that Dame and Kanye had.
Yeah, they didn't listen. They talk more than they want to listen.
They talk more than they listen.
Dame talked himself right out of the industry.
And mind you, a lot of things that Dame said is not only like majority of it is true, and it's educational. It's something that you do need, but it's like not in that form of fashion, because when Dame was doing it, you start pissing off them people that's in position of power, and Jay-Z is the reason why they couldn't do nothing at that time, because Jay's the valuable possession. They needed Jay.
And once they split, that was over with.
You made Hove, okay, so make another Hove.
Once Jay split, they knew they were gonna blackball him. And
I think Dame should have played the game longer until he was one of the people in position, and then go do the shit.
Exactly, and that's moving in a room full of vultures. You don't gotta accept it. We're not telling you accept, but you gotta listen and understand the game long enough till you gain 100% leverage. Not leverage because of someone else, because Dame has leverage, but a lot of his leverage was based on Jay-Z.
Yep. He played that card too much. That was his downfall. He played it way too much.
And this is just my opinion. Yikes. Like, when you watch backstage and you look at them people he pissed off, and look at them right now. Kevin Lyles is big dog right now. Mike Kaiser, big dog right now. Lior, big dog right now. These are big dogs right now.
He was shitting on them.
Cursing them out.
Dame ass was going crazy.
You don't think they couldn't wait till because I gotta speak on blackballing for a second, because I don't think people understand how this works, and everybody, because if you're in a position of power and you have all the resources, and someone is trying to downplay you, your brand, or your person, or your personal life, any one of those three, do you think that they should allow you to have those resources that they have when
they ain't gonna let you level up? They ain't gonna let you. It's like he playing checkers in his chest.
Just think about that, because we get so caught up in that's the industry. It is foul. It is fucked up, and people do blackball people. But ask yourself, some of these people put themselves in that position and get blackballed, because when think about it, an average artist right now coming up, if he's disrespecting Jay-Z, you think you about to be a part of some Live Nation tour dates? You think you about to be on Made in America?
You shouldn't on the people
Live Nation doing damn near 90% of the tours out here.
Exactly. So just ask yourself, I don't think they research on the people that they disrespect. The people that disrespect, that the other people of power, they're in position of power. 50 Cent can disrespect Jay-Z if he wants, because he doesn't need 50 Cent to be 50 Cent.
Facts.
That's true.
He doesn't need none of the platforms he has. He doesn't need none of the platforms he has. None of that to be 50 Cent.
You can't bite the hand that feeds you, kind of shit.
That's why he can say whatever he wants to Jay-Z.
This nigga go off on Stars every other week
because he knows he's in position of power.
And they still give him the bag.
No pun intended. But he knows he's in the position of power. The moment power doesn't have the ratings that it draws in and the influence that it has, Stars would say, "Kiss my ass."
Yep, that's a fact.
But they need him.
Power and BMF is killing it right now.
They're killing it. They're the ones who have Stars. If not them, it's just P Valley, and that's not enough to keep Stars afloat.
Yeah,
I never watched P Valley.
I couldn't get into it. I think I was like 4 episodes in, but it's real slow, and I just don't understand what the fuck is going on. So I stopped watching it.
And it's too much of too much going on.
I
was gonna say the F word, but I can't talk like that no more.
I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even gonna lie. That part of it doesn't bother me as much as like it does other people. To me, it was just strictly based off, I don't know what's going on. It's too slow. I'm only giving a season. I would give a series 3 to 4 episodes. If I ain't locked in by the 4th episode, I'm not looking at it.
I think me and my lady do that too. Like when we watching certain stuff, it's like I ain't gonna lie, we really give you 2 episodes, to be honest. That first episode, we chalk it out. It's a pilot. Do your thing.
Yeah.
The second episode, it better make sense, or it's a dub.
I say 3 or 4 because sometimes even if it do start off slow, by the 3rd or 4th,
a better assessment. It's definitely a better assessment, because I feel like I don't remember which show that we watched where it started off a little slow, and I'm like, and she was ready to end. I'm like, nah, let's just stay here a little longer, real quick. Let's just stay a little, and it wound up turning out to be good.
Yeah, and that's why
it happens sometimes.
Yeah,
but Stars is also $5, and Netflix and Disney Plus is not $5.
Yes, but I feel like Stars, and I may be wrong, but I don't think Stars is funding. Are Stars funding these shows, or are they selling these shows to Stars?
That I don't know.
I do
know that a lot of people unsubscribe.
Netflix be funding some of those stuff
and maybe that's why 50 could talk his shit.
They do.
Yeah, that's another reason why 50 can talk my shit. But once you sign it over there, it's like ownership and things like that of that nature. So it's like I don't know if he was able to, I don't know what his ownership is like in that stuff, because it's like you got like Ice Cube, for example. He cannot make another Friday.
Yep.
Without
he sold the rights.
He sold the rights.
His 3-ball versus the NBA, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so it's like, that's the thing sometimes too. Sometimes people don't know, and it's also good business. That's why some niggas be mad at the way Jay-Z handled it, but it's good business. I use this he'll get the business, raise it up, raise the value up, and then sell it for more later on. Especially his stake. I'll help reinvent it, but if it doesn't serve me purpose anymore, I can leave it.
3% of a billy is more than niggas ever seen.
Because think about it. Sometimes I think we stay into certain businesses so long that we watch it crumble.
But it might be a passion as well, so you believe that
That
when it's
too.
falling, that
That's why
I
it's
just
a
wish we
tricky
sold it. I
situation.
just wish if we was gonna sell it, we leave it within the community.
Yes, I agree
When
too.
they sell it, they
like the
always give it
Jays.
off to somebody that ain't of the culture, and then it turned into some shit that it shouldn't turn into.
I
Shout out to
agree.
Stack
I think we
Bundles,
got to
let the
do
dollar
better.
circulate.
We got to do better at interviewing the people that we want to give the thing to, though, because like I want us to start taking accountability on, like, yes, we want to put our own on, but that hiring friends thing is a real thing.
Oh no, it ain't gotta be friends, but check this out. All right, so let's say us three decide to do some shit and the shit takes off, and then we get the hey man, we could sell it and make this much. All right, well, we could sell it. Well, what about this black billionaire over here? He just
Yes,
got
and
money. We don't know who he is. He's
that's
not a
right,
friend of ours, but he got the bread.
100%. Yeah,
But do
I get
people
that, and
from
I
the
agree with
culture
that.
distance themselves from the culture sometimes?
They do. But I ain't
Because
talking about them.
for a
Fuck
few
them.
things though, it's like one, some people feel like they won't support the business if they're the front of it. That's why some billionaires and some black rich people like having their businesses where they're not the face of it. They're either silent partner or they
Yeah,
play the back
but that's
because
real though, because people won't support it if they know it's them.
people won't support it. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
fucked up.
I just don't like some of the just like I'm super a super advocate on, you know, giving the business back, putting the business back into our own community and our own culture. It's like I want the people that we give it to be equipped for the job, not because of our skin color and who we are that we should give it to you, because then our businesses still crumble.
Yeah.
What we worked for, it gotta be the best candidate, because I watch people like Master P, and I'm a big fan of Master P's business acumen, and just he's a legend.
Oh yeah.
Period.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir.
But like he do things like, all right, so I got the hookup too. His selling point for I got the hookup too, I didn't like, because it was just basically, yo, support your own.
But that's a hood classic. You shouldn't have remade that.
No. Yeah, the I got the hookup too was just a bunch of
That's my
internet
point. The
comedians
quality
that
of it was trash, but his selling point was, yo, buy into your own community. You know all of the familiar faces in the movie. You know, support your own. You'll support this movie about this with all these white people. It's like, yeah, but the storyline is great.
exactly.
We're supporting this white movie here because the storyline is great. This movie was one big skit. I feel like you finessed us out of some money.
We're the pickiest buyers in America.
Yep.
And you're selling us something that we're not, it's not quality.
We want quality. Yes, if I want to buy your shirt because you black and you own, yes, but the quality is ass. If I spend $500,
I don't want a Gildan tee, fam.
Yeah, if I spend $500 on this Gucci shirt, no matter how many times I wash it, it's gonna come out the same way. Ain't nothing gonna peel, nothing.
That's a fact.
I ain't even supposed to wear a Tommy Hilfiger, but this shirt is gonna last me.
It's quality. And to bring back to Kanye, that's what I want him to spend his bread on. If you're gonna do something and put money into yourself, and you invest just like artists, invest in quality. You're gonna get the money back, and you'll be able to have a good price if you have quality, because that's one thing that we cannot argue you against.
Would you rather an artist work if he doesn't have money and drop content, or just drop once in a while when they could afford something?
No, I mean, you can build. There's nothing wrong with building. You know what I'm saying? Because I would be hypocritical to say that if I took a chance on Half. You know what I'm saying? Half was consistent enough and to where I gave him a big video to put him up to the test. So if you an artist, you know what I'm saying, and you don't, but you can also stack up. I think that people forget that too. So you can stack your money and spend your money on quality.
It's maybe like you said with the Coquito record. It took a while to gain legs, and then
but
you
I
had
stayed
to keep
with
doing
it.
Exactly. You know instead of just dropping and dropping and dropping.
Exactly, bro. Maybe you want to stack up. Maybe you can't smoke weed for the next few months because that's a luxury. Maybe you can't smoke weed for the next few months. Maybe you can't buy them new J's that just dropped or them new Balenciagas that just dropped. Maybe you can't eat at maybe you can't eat at Roof Chris for this month. Maybe you gotta double down because this money right here is gonna go to your career in quality mixing, quality this. You know what I'm saying? Quality videos. You know what I mean? Because I ain't gonna lie, I would be lying to say like I don't like video and stuff like that. And 300 when Chief Keef first came out, they wasn't quality, but he had a fan base.
And it was
So
organic.
None of those
it just
videos was
didn't,
quality
yeah,
back then.
it just didn't matter the quality because the fan base didn't care.
It was authentic. It was genuine.
Everybody's story ain't written like that. So I don't want you to try to look like, yo, make because no, nigga, you ain't Chief Keef.
That's a fact.
But I mean, if you're rapping about guns and drugs, that's cool. If you're in the hood,
and that won't make you Chief Keef either. Jimmy Iovine,
you can't rap about luxury and be at the corner store. You know what I mean?
Jimmy Iovine took a trip to Chicago. He ain't about to do that to all y'all neighborhoods.
Hell nah.
You
He ain't
feel
gonna
me?
make it out of all them neighborhoods.
He ain't gonna make it out on it. That was a risky move when he did it then. And everybody even respected even more with that dynamic between Chief Keef and Jimmy Iovine. Now how the deal might have been structured and shit like that. People might not have liked, but I want people to also understand this too, because I know when people hear like 360, they just automatically think, ah. But think about it like this.
You could finesse any situation, I believe.
Exactly. But think about it like this, right? Leon Cohen, one of the early OGs to that 360 wave. Mm-hmm. Think about the artists that he's had when he put them out. In the budget, the artists like DMX, Jay-Z, Ja Rule, Noriega, like rappers that we spent this high budget on, and we made our money back off of sales.
Yo, not to cut you off, but Hov, they just came out with an article about that
with all his 360 vibe, right?
And he said if we have 150,000 or $1 million invested, and only 3 artists are coming out of that, he was finessing the business instead of what you think makes money. These little things also make money, but they were only looking at the big things.
And this is like, all right, so you gotta, so now think about it like this. Think about somebody like Jay-Z who's gonna put you on to that type of game. No disrespect to nobody's thinking like Jay-Z in this generation.
But making money, even if it's crumbs, is better than making no money when you're putting money into
because you got ownership. Say, all right, you want ownership, you want to do all this, but what's 100% of zero?
3% of a billy is more than niggas ever seen.
You know what I'm saying?
And exactly. Niggas still hating on his ass.
Exactly, but to say, but then when y'all speak about business, this is why. But you can believe, you believe the best trappers who talked about that trap shit. If they broke right now, them niggas wasn't good trappers, or they lying about what they was doing.
I believe that.
Yeah, because all of them, everybody's supposed to have a stash for a rainy day. So how you broke?
If Jay-Z told you all of them drug stories, and he is where he's at right now, off of business, you could believe that man. If 50 Cent is telling you his story and look where he's at, you can believe that man. Shit, I can even believe.
Shit, even the motherfuckers that hate 50 Cent will tell your ass the truth.
Exactly. I
gotta throw my Spanish plug in there real quick. They always say it came from Poppy. Pay more respect to the Spanish niggas, dog.
Let's talk about it. It always comes from Poppy.
We don't be on the corner, and I don't like the stereotypical shit like an Italian doesn't like to be in the mafia all the time when they're not like that, but it came from Poppy, nigga.
Hey, what was homeboy name in Paid in Full? Lulu?
Lulu. Yeah, it ain't.
He said, "Well, I need a car for. I ain't going nowhere."
Hey man, Lulu look like me, so.
Lulu was in the crib
but that's I'm glad you even said that, because Lulu looked it just like you, just like the founder of Sony. The founder of Sony Records can walk by us today and tomorrow. We will not know who that man is.
And just for the record, I am not Lulu. But it was just, I gotta put my Spanish people out there, because
you know what I'm saying? Like,
they said we didn't help create hip hop, but we did, dog.
Nah, y'all did.
But I think, but see, that's bro. Crazy Legs is Latino. Do y'all research?
Cypher
you know what I'm saying? We talk about Crazy Legs, who helped birth the come on, we talking about break dancing, the break dancing up. That's a part of this culture, part of hip hop culture.
Even in hustling, they don't like Alpo, but Alpo's Puerto Rican too.
Yep. Half and half. Yep.
Half and half.
But a lot of the beginners is all half on some Caribbean shit, Jamaican and Haitian and all that shit.
Yeah, bro. Kool Herc is from the Caribbean. He's the creator of hip hop. He's the creator.
Jamaican dance.
And then you got to go think of shit like Busta Rhymes.
Fab. You got Wyclef. Wyclef is Haitian.
Wyclef,
Jamaican,
you got
right?
Fab,
I
you got
can't
50,
stress it enough with
Biggie.
Crazy Legs, because Crazy Legs is Latino. And he's Crazy Legs. Fat Joe.
I appreciate this, yo.
Noriega.
Like,
it's a lot of motherfuckers that's
Banks.
That's
Fab.
on that Caribbean shit, yeah.
Jay-Z's mom is Panamanian.
I did not know that.
We out here.
I did not know that.
Like
now you got the GOAT.
Pop Smoke, I think, is Panamanian too.
Pop Smoke has definitely got something in him. He ain't fully black.
Fabulous is half. I think we have
Dominican.
He's half Dominican.
Yeah.
I think his
Come
pops
on,
Dominican
man.
or some shit.
Lloyd Banks is half Puerto Rican. I believe even your boy Dave East is half Spanish.
Yes,
Dave East. I was gonna say Dave East looked like he got some shit going on with him.
Did you grow up in the pay to full era in Harlem?
Nah, that's the 80s. I'm a 90s kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I heard stories though, like a lot of stories and stuff like that. I heard how much money was being made. I heard a lot of the hustlers used to shit on a lot of the rappers because the hustlers felt like the rappers was just living their lifestyle and just rapping their lifestyle. They was. So they didn't.
And they was making more money than the rappers.
Absolutely. So they didn't really have a lot of high respect for the rapper, like they used to, like, you know what I'm saying. Some of the hustlers used to like really think the rapper was a clown at that point. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know what I mean. So, I used to hear wild different stories like that. You know what I mean? It's I just take those and just, you know what I'm saying, because in Harlem, you could be popular in Harlem for mad different things, for hustling, for being a stick-up kid, for being just one of the baddest chicks ever, to be top basketball player, top DJ, the super gangster, the top rapper.
But it means something because Harlem is iconic in the world, not just New York.
Yeah. It's low key like Black Hollywood in a sense, you know what I'm saying, from the very beginning, you know what I'm saying. But I think it's a few places like that, because you got Georgia is like that in a sense, you know what I'm saying, and you got I don't want to just Georgia, you got Harlem, I feel like Detroit, because you got like Motown, that type of vibe. You know what I mean? I think Chicago is mixed with both, because Chicago is definitely black, but you got a lot of Italians that was
Al Capone, all them people.
Yeah, that was a lot at that time too. Because I look at Chicago, Boston, Jersey, they all kind of give that type of vibe where it was like it's half, you know what I mean, the minority, but half like Italian based.
That's because the mob was running shit.
The mob was running shit at these times. So you got Chicago running shit. In Chicago, you had a lot of mob bosses. That's why Tommy and Power's Force is how it's looked. It really looked like that through
there. They brought him back to Chicago.
Through culture, yes, because the Italians run shit, as well as you got the minority black guys.
But he don't look Italian. He look like some white boy, son.
Who, Tommy? Yeah, but when you hear
it also makes sense because he's actually from Chicago.
Yeah, he's from Chicago.
Yeah, he's from Chicago.
When you hear him talk, though, you hear the Italian, you like the accent a little bit. Like you hear it in him a little bit. Like when he talk, like a little bit, like you hear it in him a little bit. It's the same way like in Brooklyn, though. In Brooklyn, it was a lot of mob Italian bosses. Like you gotta think of all the. That's why so many like
heavy culture.
How many like how many like popular steakhouses that been there for like years that might have just got closed down after the pandemic probably. And if they didn't, I believe they was doing a lot more than just selling steak in that motherfucker.
No, that's a fact.
Shout out to your local bar.
Yeah, like if you was an Italian restaurant that been here since the 70s or whatever.
Shout out to the Tailors. Shout out to the laundromat.
The pandemic. you was doing a lot more than just selling steak and
That's a
linguine in
fact.
there.
That's a fact.
You ain't gonna tell me otherwise.
Yeah, we
Ain't
got
nobody stupid.
Jadakiss just recently said that record labels should be held accountable for violent lyrics. How do you guys feel about that?
Nah, I'm sorry, I don't agree with it.
Yeah, I love a Kiss can kiss his family, but I can't agree. I can say this. One, do they profit off of it? Yes. But they only going with and this is what people don't understand. The labels see money in whatever the demand is.
Yep.
They'll exploit
So-
anything.
Yep.
So
That's why I don't. That's exactly why I don't agree with it. Because
that's why I don't
true.
agree with it. If the world loved more conscious rap than gangster rap, then that's where the record labels would go. Because when Common was successful, they put their money behind Common. When Talib Kweli was successful,
wouldn't have got banged on for this in Connecticut.
when Talib Kweli and Common and when Pharoah Monch was popular, you know what I'm saying? And even De La Soul and even when these acts were popular, the labels seen that they was gaining revenue and they put money behind it. Yep. If Interscope felt like only gangster rap mattered in their company, they would not put money behind Kendrick Lamar the way that they do. But Kendrick Lamar is one of the highest selling rappers, and he don't talk about what everybody talk about. So, not saying that he's super.
He does, but it's from a different perspective.
Yeah,
that's what I.
That's
what I was gonna say. People don't. When people think that Kendrick is on straight conscience, I think it's an ignorant remark. And you don't listen to Kendrick Lamar for real to understand what he's saying.
He's like a hood reporter, like getting secondhand smoke. You know what I mean?
He's a hood reporter, and he's saying it in his way, painting the picture. It was just like Nas. Nas was not a conscious rapper. He's made conscious records, but he's not a conscious rapper. He was an elegant street rapper.
Yep.
He just didn't rap it as blunt as a Cool G rap of 50 Cent or Jay-Z would have. But he was just like them, rapping the same subject matter in a more elegant and more intelligent way.
I crown Nas the king of motherfucking hood poetry.
100%. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick going for that title right now.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing. It's ignorant when people say this as a narrative about them. It lets me know you didn't really listen to their music. Blazer 50 is nothing conscious about that record from Nas.
And the drop top zero Bentley.
Come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just lets me know you didn't listen to these people. You're just going by what the narrative is. That's why Jay-Z said what he said to him in the midst of the battle. Is it Uchi Wally Wally? Is it One Mic? Is it Black Girl Lost, or does she owe you for ice? He was trying to show the hypocrisy within Nas's lyrics.
But Nas was just trying to be broad and versatile.
That's all it was. He was trying to go pop.
but because you battling Jay-Z, your fans believe that Jay-Z only talks about this. Like, that's not what you talk about.
And then he went and did it.
And he not even went and did it. You're doing it, but your fans is overlooking it.
Yeah.
So that's why
you know what? It's a perfect example.
Can I break this down?
Hold on, wait. It's a perfect example of that. 50 Cent did that with Ja Rule.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, but
every 50 Cent fan overlooked the fact that he did the same exact shit Ja Rule did.
He
but
did.
They crucified Ja Rule for that.
This the only difference. One, Ja Rule, majority of Ja Rule's records like that are with R&B artists, so it comes off like a duet. 50 Cent doing the majority of them shits himself. He's on the hook and the verse.
I get that, but Ja Rule still wrote this shit. You know what I mean?
You wrote it, but it's not the creativity didn't just come from you. It came from Irv as well. Irv was playing the Puff
and
Daddy.
50 was a street nigga, and Ja Rule was hiding behind.
And that's the thing too. Your team name is Murder Inc. Like you're portraying one thing, and the music that come out of it is not what y'all are portraying.
I get
Ja
that.
Rule was like how you said a rapper, and then
wait, time out. I get all of that.
Street nigga turn rapper is different, dog.
But all of that was being okay before 50 came. Is my point. Nobody said shit about it until 50 Cent showed up.
Nobody called you out on it. The person, because everybody was cool or scared of Supreme, which is your muscle. 50 was not scared of your muscle. which is Supreme. He wasn't scared of Supreme. That's why the bigger problems arise with 50 and things got personal, because I'm not going back. I'm not in the streets. I'm not warring with Murder Inc. I'm warring with Supreme.
Right.
Yo,
Everybody
shout out to
else,
my boy Jerome that I went to high school with. That's his uncle.
everybody was scared of Supreme at this time. Supreme is the muscle. Supreme told everybody, yo, don't record 50 Cent. There's going to be problems. It took a while for 50 to find a studio.
Oh, that's a fact.
They
You feel me? So,
sure.
but 50 can talk on this because he comes from their lineage. Black just from the Supreme team helped raise 50.
Oh yeah,
he's the reason why 50 has a passion for boxing.
Shout out to Ghetto Quran.
You feel me? This is what I'm saying. So things like Ja Rule was not a symbol of that at all. He damn near was like a 6. He damn near was like a 6'9" to 50. That's how.
But I get that.
It's like you said, the drug dealers used to look at people like cowards.
I was just talking about the women records.
Girl records, 50 was writing those girl records for other people. So he wasn't going against that. He's like, bro, your name is your Murder Inc. That's the point. You guys claiming y'all murderers the whole time. You're doing duets.
We don't believe you.
You're doing duets with R&B artists. All right, let's like Vance. Ask yourself this. Give me 5 Ja Rule records without a feature on it.
That we like.
That did what?
That they're hit records. Because if I actually give me all of Ja Rule's hit records, you can give me those off the back, but they're gonna be features.
Holla.
I only got one.
That's his only hit record by himself.
That's why I said I only got one. That's
Holla. New York, you got Kissin' and
Fat Joe.
And Fat Joe on that, and you needed them because you lost the streets at that time, and they had the streets.
Yep.
And Holla had a remix too, I believe.
Every other, but the original one is by yourself, so I'm gonna give you that one. I'm gonna give you Holla. But I'm Real with Jennifer Lopez, duet, Always on Time with you and Ashanti, duet.
Shout out to Lil Mo, son.
Lil Mo was
on
Ja Rule,
record too. Yep.
Duet. R. Kelly and Ja Rule and Ashanti, a triplet.
They played that role a lot.
Yo, the funniest thing I seen.
I mean,
hey, look,
Ja Rule and Bobby Brown, duet.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It's a lot of duets. You know what I'm saying?
Is Clapback a hit?
Clapback.
I think it was a slept on hit.
It's a slept on hit. It was slept on. It was a slept on hit, but at that time, it looked like a cry for help. It's a hot record.
That whole album was fire, actually.
I did not like that album.
That whole album was
that's
fire.
Blood in My Eye. I didn't like it. That's the reason why that's the reason why Ja Rule lost the battle, though, because it's the inconsistencies in what people would. That's what niggas don't understand. It's a lot of inconsistencies in what Ja was doing at this time. Ja is trying to do a sit down with 50 Cent with Minister Farrakhan to promo the album Blood in My Eye. But 95% of the album of Blood in My Eye is dissing 50 Cent. How does that work?
Yep. That's true.
This is what 50 is pointing out.
That's true.
He's like, yo, bro. He's like, why would I? That's why he didn't go to the sit down with Minister Farrakhan. He's like, no, because Ja Rule's only doing this to benefit him. He's like, ask yourself. He wants to sit down with Minister Farrakhan a week before his album drops, and the album does nothing but diss me.
I think what Ja Rule messed up at is he allowed 50 to make him change his direction. Like when Ja, don't get me wrong, when Ja first came out, he did do the street records, but when he realized the women records was working, street records,
you were surrounding us. No disrespect to Ja Rule, but you were surrounding yourself by 2 artists that already had the streets, which is DMX and Jay-Z. And that's the original Murder Inc. record. That's literally the original Murder Inc. Jay-Z, DMX, and Ja Rule. So and I'm not taking away from Ja Rule because he has hits that I love. I'm just speaking on the career path that you took and how 50 was pointing this out, because it all made logical sense to me in his interviews when I'm watching it. You know what I mean? During the music, I'm like, yo, why is he stepping on Ja Rule like this? But then I'm looking at the interviews and I'm hearing what 50 saying, and I'm like, no, see, this is true right here. When you think about he signed to Jay.
48 Laws of Power.
He signed to Eminem and Dr. Dre. They told him, don't diss Ja Rule no more that you signed it. He said, I won't. At that time when he did not diss Ja Rule, they came out with a whole compilation project dissing 50 Cent. He still didn't diss him back, but he did do the little funny little thing in the Wankster video where he had the doll that looked like Ja Rule in the Mesmerize
That
video.
was funny. That was funny.
Once Ja Rule took that, not only did he diss Eminem, which was a mistake on your part,
said Kim is a crackhead and your daughter's a known slut.
Yo,
so what Haley gonna be?
He came to the
that
radio
is the hardest
station.
bar still
I
in a diss record. I
that
don't
diss
care.
was fire. Respectfully, that's the best diss record Ja Rule gave in the whole battle.
That's the best diss line he gave in the whole battle.
That is the best diss line he gave in the whole battle. That's a fact.
I thought the song was just okay until he said that. When he said that, I was like, oh shit.
Was awaken 5 or 6 new Eminem diss records that he aimed at you. But
that's your first.
That's your first mistake. The second mistake was you came to the radio station while 50's not dissing you. You came to the radio station with the order of protection. Now the order of protection at this time at Young, I'm not knowing the difference. Years later, when I'm in the streets and I start knowing the difference between certain things, and I know law, I wound up realizing.
Just for a plug, go back and listen to G Unit Order of Protection. That's a good diss record.
Go listen to that because it's Order of Protection, nigga. From who? Mind you, Ja Rule's not on the Order of Protection. It's Chris Gotti and
his brother. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not Ja Rule. At any point in time, he could have been next to Ja Rule, but Ja Rule was never going to be by himself. He knew that. At that time, Ja wrote in his book that he helped fight 50 at that time. Chris Gotti goes to interviews and say Ja was on crutches. He didn't do nothing. So
conflicting stories.
Then you go there and say that this was between 50 and you. This was a judge appointed order of protection. Y'all got into a brawl in a company building, which was the Hit Factory. Y'all got into a brawl. He didn't even make the call. 50 Cent didn't make the call to the hospital. The DJ that got stabbed did.
Yeah, the engineer guy.
50 Cent leaves the studio and goes across the street to the Source building, which was confirmed by Benzino. But they knew perception-wise this would hurt 50 Cent. Eminem at that point says, all right, I gotta let him diss 50 now. I diss Ja now because now you're trying to assassinate his character. We just signed him for $1.5 million.
Yeah, you messing up the money now.
We gotta let him do what he do to you.
Yeah,
I really apologize. This is the first time like Drink Champs where I have to take a bathroom break, so we got to get into the next song.
Which song is this?
It's another review song. Yeah, I apologize. It's just been
which one is this one?
Once again, it's Jay's Music Corner. We got co-host King Vance, Chi-Town representative, and we got your boy special guest SNS Harlem representative. And the next video we got is Dice Peso and Cheese Dior. Shout out to Harlem. Shout out to the Bronx. Shout out to the Coke Boys. And we're going to get into this. Dice Peso, Cheese Dior, Gamble.
Boss Bread.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Clean or dirty?
Boss Bread music.
Yeah. Dear mama, I had some pink tears. I lost flipping bling all in the same year. I remember being broke, had no train fare. Your day ones line you up, then they play with. I said for love, cause I don't even wonder. Cause I don't even wonder. I said for love, cause I don't even wonder. Cause I don't even wonder. I said for love. Fake niggas in my face can't see them. Niggas mad I'm doing great and don't need them. Yeah, we know this war gon' run deep. My man lined me up, I put Jones on the sun feet. Yeah, and his daughter too. And I don't wanna hear that they order to. Anything you ask, never show the truth. These niggas be thirsty, why some just water do? Yeah, When this change gon' come, nigga, when this bull, you better bang your gun. I ain't never cried, I ain't never had heater. When it's time to go, I'ma grab my heater. Yeah, how you broke with us? When it's late, you gon' die. I don't choke a lot. You ain't never get it back, you be broke in spots. Bitches say he always mad, he just broke a lot. Yeah, tell me why you broke again. Tell me why you looking like no hope again. Some nigga killed your homie, then you post to spit. Gotta study his move, try to get close to her. Dear mama, I done had some painters. I lost flipping bling all in the same year. I remember being broke, had no train fare. Your day ones line you up, then they play with. I said for love, cause I don't even wonder. Cause I don't even wonder. I said for love, cause I don't even wonder. Cause I don't even wonder. I said for love.
We done been through it all, I'm talking hell and back. We ain't want no weed money, we was selling crack. Can't trust a nigga two-faced, catch you while you lack. Niggas will holler your cap and then show up your back. Probably with peso in the minds again do the dash. Car reeking, there's no leak and you smell of gas. All white everything, Poke Boy Bird Gang. All about that boss brand, your bitch get that boss hat. I ain't in the talk and give a fuck what they all said. All I gotta do is make a call, they be all dead. I ain't in the talk and give a fuck what they all said. All I gotta do is make a call, they be all dead.
Mama, I done had some painters. I lost flipping bling all in the same year. I remember being broke, had no train fare. Your day ones line you up, then they play with. I said for love, cause I don't even wonder. Cause I don't even wonder. I said for love, cause I don't even wonder. Cause I don't even wonder. I said for love.
Once again, it's Jay's Music Corner. We got Chi-Town representative in the building, King Vance, and we got SNS. He's on mute. He took it off.
Yes,
Yeah. Well, what did you guys think of that joint?
It was all right. It was decent. I like the beat, like the vibe it had. To me, I don't want to make it sound bad, but to me, I feel like it had a lot of potential. So I feel like it could have been better because the beat itself created a vibe, and I don't feel like they met it. But the song wasn't bad. Like it was still a decent song. You know what I mean? Like the stuff he was saying.
You ain't gotta bite your tongue, son.
No. I'm just I don't want to trash it because it's not trash. So I don't want it to come off like I'm saying it's trash.
What it is.
No, I don't know. But I just don't want it because to me it's not a trash record. So I don't want my opinion to make it seem like I'm saying it's trash. Is what I'm trying to come across. You know, exactly. It was a decent vibe. I just feel like the energy that he came with, both of them didn't match the vibe of the record. But listening to what they saying, it still could have. You know what I mean? Like if the energy was there, it would have been better. But I fuck with the song though. It's decent.
Yeah, I think the song is cool. It's definitely one of those. I think it's one of those pain type of vibes that you know what I'm saying, where niggas is just putting their pain on a record and shit like that. I think that's what they was going for. So big shout outs to Dice and big shout outs to Cheese Dior.
Yeah, I thought Cheese did his thing. I caught a couple bars that Dice Peso said. I thought that was my first time hearing it. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I agree.
We got C Murder goes on a hunger strike because he says that the humane conditions in prison. So he went on a hunger strike. How do y'all feel about that?
A hunger strike.
That's
so you're
tough.
That's you're not gonna eat.
Yeah, that's tough.
But I think we need more than Kim Kardashian and Meek Mill to fight the justice system. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure. Because that's like, I mean, like if he's saying he getting mistreated when it comes to the food out there, then it's like something got to get.
I don't think it was the food.
I don't think it's the food. That's just the way they.
Yeah,
that's just the way that they decide to protest is by not eating.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I can't do that either.
Some Gandhi shit.
We're gonna have to find another way.
Another way to do it. There has to be another way to protest.
That's a fact. I can't do it. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Can't do it. I'm already in jail. I'm not gonna eat.
That's a fact.
Commissary is garbage. So But I wanted to say this earlier is that Melly Mel has said that Tupac had a bigger influence in hip hop than Biggie and Jay-Z. I was gonna bring it up in another conversation, but how do you guys feel about that?
I mean, if somebody can make that argument, I can't even like. Somebody can make that argument about Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Because of, you know, a lot of his wisdom. It had a lot of that stuff he was talking about happened years later. I think just you know how many people want to compare themselves to Pac and stuff like that. So
Yep.
you can definitely. I can't even get mad when somebody start making that conversation about Tupac. I just be like, yo, and then when I say, yo, bro, he's dead, bro, but that's what makes it even more. That's what make it even more of their argument, because it's like, yo, bro, he's dead and he still matters that much.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't even get mad at somebody that says that. I'll get mad more when you say Biggie versus Pac, because Pac had a lot to work around and work from, and things he did. Biggie was like literally just a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
So
like
it's like an
that's
advocate.
that
He was
Biggie
still
literally,
fairly
that's
new.
all Biggie did. Biggie was literally just a rapper. We didn't even get a chance to get no clothing line from him, no other business from him, no nothing. He literally just made music. We still got movies that we grew up on that's classic that Pac is a part of. And then he has poetry that still matters. Then his appearances on things like In Living Color and A Different World, and then
college courses.
Yeah, then people speaking on his poetry and just what he says. And bro, it's so crazy. One year I was working with kids on an after school program, and they had a book about Tupac in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have no book about Biggie, nor Jay-Z. You see? So I can understand why somebody would especially Melly Mel would say Tupac. I can't. It's hard for me to argue that, to change somebody's mind about that when they say Tupac. You know what I'm saying? I'll just say it's a debate, because it is a debate. I can argue some things that Jay has done that Pac never got a chance to do. And it's vice versa. Because
I'm gonna keep it on the music side. I'm gonna agree with him strictly just for one reason only, and his music is just because everybody, and he said it a little bit, as everybody still compare themselves to Tupac.
Yeah,
especially all the gangster rappers. Everybody has a Tupac. Everybody has a Tupac line.
Everybody calling themselves the
Tupac.
new Pac.
Exactly.
Tupac,
Exactly.
Reincarnated Tupac. But it's been going on. Like you got
exactly.
the Ja Rule. That's another thing that hurt Ja, because Ja was trying to be Pac, and everybody's seen that.
I felt like he was trying to be DMX too.
I don't think he was. I
yes,
think 50 put it out there because of the bandana.
Say that again, Jay.
He was trying to be DMX, dog.
So,
I don't think so.
Right there, that's why
I don't think so.
That's why I argue people down about when they saying, yo, 50 took his style. No, because that's number one, that the melodies and all that pain that boy was doing was DMX first. But Ja did it with more of female records. DMX did it with every record. Mm-hmm. He did How's It Going Down and Slipping.
I guess I'm looking at it in a different way, because listening to the music, like, right, I was a big Ja Rule fan, right? Not taking nothing away from 50. When 50 came, I became a 50 Cent fan as well, but I became that 50 Cent fan that still fucked with Ja Rule's music. Mm-hmm. So I watched the flip that everybody did. Yeah. My whole take on them was 50 found a way to destroy him, but still do some of the same shit Ja Rule was doing. He even took his bar in one of the songs and laughed about it. If you look at the video, after he said what he said, 50 smiled in the camera because he knew exactly what he was doing. My whole problem with Ja Rule was he didn't stick to the script. If he just would have stuck to his script, he would have made it out of that battle.
That's what 50 said. If he would have made only female records,
he would have made it.
It would have been hard for him to eliminate Ja Rule, because if you would have not even worried about 50 and kept doing your record,
exactly, he would have made it.
It would have been hard to eliminate Ja Rule. You gotta understand the only thing that was aside from Jay-Z and Eminem and Nelly, the hottest thing smoking was Ja Rule.
Yeah, no, Nelly was killing shit.
Nelly was on fire.
Nelly was killing shit.
I fuck with Nelly, son.
On fire.
He's in my bio on some websites.
I would never take nothing away from Nelly. Nelly was on fire.
Yeah,
2002 to 2005.
He had St. Louis on his back for real.
Unstoppable.
Yeah, he was carrying St. Louis like a motherfucker.
100%. Like, but he was versatile too, though. That's you know what I'm saying. Like years later, he giving you like, I am number one, and he giving you
the country music,
that
country grammar.
Yo, bro, he was versatile too. Wasn't very skilled. You know what I'm saying?
He wasn't too skilled, but yeah.
But music wise, very versatile. Very definitely made different records over and over again. He had that heat.
That's what I'm saying. That country shit.
Yeah, no.
Nelly had that heat, man. I ain't gonna lie. That's the only thing he wasn't. Was only box that he didn't check was lyrical ability. That's the only box he didn't check. He was everything else.
He wasn't no lyrical nigga.
He was everything else. He damn near was trying to give you that southern vibe of what LL was giving. You're just not as good of a rapper as he was.
Yep.
With his twist.
But from the image to the music to what he was trying to give you.
You had the Band-Aid. You had the Band-Aid, son.
Well, that was a mistake that took off.
You did?
I definitely had the Band-Aid one time before. I'm not gonna lie to you. Nelly, I definitely had the Band-Aid one time.
But that's crazy how that became the thing when that he literally had a scratch on his face and everybody just started copying.
I ain't gonna lie though. Ain't that? Look how influential that was though.
That's what I'm saying. Like crazy. He literally had a scratch on his face, put a Band-Aid on, and everybody just started wearing one.
Mind you, the backwards thing was crisscross. But when Nelly was wearing the backwards football jerseys, I did that too.
I did the backwards clothes as a kid with that crisscross shit.
Yeah, I ain't see that again
until
Nelly was wearing the jerseys backwards. When he would wear the jersey backwards, and then he'd use I never did this. I hated when Nelly did this. When he wore two headbands, like he wore one.
Yeah, that shit was weird.
You put on three, son?
That shit was
killed
weird.
me. I was not jacking that multiple headband shit. He was killing me with that.
He played it off though. He got it off.
Yeah, he got it off. I don't know how, bro. One headband this way, other headband.
Yeah, that shit was wild.
Yo, what was the clothing brand called?
Vocal.
Vocal.
I was gonna
say
Velour
sweatsuits was top notch. I didn't buy none, but
I ain't buy none.
Y'all remember that era, son.
But he was a velour sweatsuit master.
Every flavor, yo.
Every flavor of velour. He was trying to get Sean John up out of there.
Nah, facts.
He was trying to get Sean John up out of there. Sean John was the king of velour at that time.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you a question because we're in the era of like vegan rappers and you're from Harlem. How do you feel about fashion as a key ingredient in like an artist recipe?
Like for how they look as far as fashion goes?
Yeah, like how important do you think it is? Because a lot of rappers nowadays, like a Kendrick and Cole, they'll just wear the Crocs and be chilling.
Yeah, but I think that's because one, they don't make the same type of music that everybody make. You know what I'm saying? As far as like they're not talking about a whole bunch of clothing and stuff in their music, so they don't have to subject themselves to dressing and dressing up and looking fly and all that. That they don't got to do that. Me, I'm from Harlem, so that's just in our culture. It's automatic. You know what I mean?
When people think of Harlem, that's what they think of.
You got a standard.
Yeah, so you gotta look good. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. But I think now, to be honest, I just see a lot of copying going on when it comes to fashion. To be totally honest with you, I feel a lot of rappers just look like each other, to be honest. Like we all like kind of like wearing the name brands, and then some of it we getting the same shirts and the same looks and shit like that. So like for me, I get that. Plus I try to get other things that I know probably ain't nobody else gonna wear. I'm not trying to be on some super dare to be different, but I'm trying to I do like wearing things that I like that might stand out. Not because it stand out, but because I like it. I have to like it first.
Yeah, you're
That's
not
a
on the
fact. If I
weirdo
don't
shit.
You know
like
what I'm
it, I
saying?
ain't finna wear that shit.
Yeah, if I don't give a damn how different I'm trying to be, if I don't like that shit, I ain't wearing it. You know what I'm
Is
saying?
there
So,
an SNS clothing brand on the way?
uh, probably. I don't know, man. I don't know. Right now we got Icy Gang merch. We got varsity jackets. We got hoodies and things like that. Me to be honest, what I'm working on for the Icy Gang clothing, I'm trying to get like I'm looking for some new dope graphic designers to make some just to make like new different type of images and stuff like that that we can make we can diversify the way the image look already, like to diversify it a little bit. Like I love Griselda's merch because Griselda's merch look like I can get fly in it. You
They
feel me?
took it a
Yeah, they
different
took it
level.
to the next level. I love their merch because it looks like I can get fly in it. I would want to get fly in their shirt. You know what I'm saying? Get some fire sneakers with the gray shirt with the red Pyrex in the back with whatever with the Michelangelo looking shit that they be having in the front of this. That they merch be fire. It don't even look like merch. You know what I'm saying? So that type of vibe I'm with. To really do clothing, I really have to really study fashion. I don't want to do something just for a get rich quick scheme or just to say, yo, I'm starting another business. I need to I need to do research in something that I'm knowing and I'm doing. I'm not gonna be one of those people that have a business that I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna move like how Ross moved. All Ross's businesses is businesses that he believe in, that he
Yeah,
do.
it
Like
makes sense to him.
it makes sense to him. He loved Wingstop, so he invested in Wingstop. He loved Checkers, he invested in Checkers. You feel me? Khaled loves finger licking, he made finger licking. You know what I'm saying? Like he loves soul food, so he made finger like I like that. Like or something that my family or people that I know would use every day that you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Like see when Nas invested in the ring business, that whole little that doorbell thing.
Yeah,
That
he
was
got in early on that one.
early, but it's like, yo, it's a different type of doorbell. You probably looking at it like, yo, this look fire. I will get into this.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
facts.
saying? Like, it got to be something like that. I got to believe in the product first. That's why, but that's how I am. Period. And I think that's how, like to go back to the point that we was making about with the Jadakiss thing, it's like it's the same way, bro. Like if you don't, when we Kiss said about the violent music and stuff like that, if you don't believe in the product, I think the blame should be the artist, especially the artists that don't even live this.
Facts.
Dumb enough to say
that have never even experienced that. You
Yep.
shouldn't be recalling on none of those actions because it sound cool. But now the label ain't about to go out their way to go to see and ask around, was you really doing what you say you doing and stuff like that? And because you know what I mean, some of the stuff that Jay rapped about, he did, but he never got caught for either.
But are
You know what I'm
rappers
saying?
supposed to be real or is it entertainment?
It's supposed to be entertainment.
It's supposed to be.
But
It is entertainment.
Because you did say the drug dealers used to look at rappers like clowns, and you're
Yeah,
from the
because
culture, like where it
they
started.
knew they wasn't. They knew some of them. A lot of them at that time in the '80s.
Wasn't about
A
what
lot
they
of them
talking about.
They wasn't doing that shit.
So
Some of them
rappers
niggas
never
was
really
actually.
been real. Then
I
you're
mean,
from where it started, basically.
Most rappers
yeah,
aren't
but
real,
then
but you got some that's this.
some of the rappers after them, they come from them environments, and when they seen that the people in the '80s was starting to get, when they were starting to get popular doing rap, some of them still didn't think that they can get popular and make money off what they were on their life until Cool G Rap, Ice T, and NWA and people like that. When they came along, and it's like, yo, I can make money off of recalling my life.
They didn't know their story was valuable.
They didn't know their story is valuable because you
You
had
just
Sugar
taught me
Hill
something
Gang.
I never
You
thought of
had
that.
Sugar Hill Gang, Slick Rick, Busy B, Dougie Fresh. You had people like that. Public Enemy. You had rappers like that. So nobody thought that it's like displaying their real life in the trials and tribulations that they go through, which could be very, very, very treacherous. they didn't think that they can profit off that. You know what I'm saying? Until the Ice T's, NWA, Schoolie D's, the Coogee Raps, until they came,
I never thought of that.
they didn't think, nobody thought that. And then when they came, it's like, wait, you mean to tell me that I can get famous and make money and stop doing what I'm really doing by just recalling my life? Yes, I'm gonna do it. What started to happen is it started to become in the forefront. It started to become popular to the point where some artists that's trying to get in, they felt like that was the only way to get in. So now they start doing that instead of being themselves. And then when they start doing that, now you start welcoming that energy that comes with that. Because 9 times out of 10, you're going to try extra hard to show everybody that you something that you ain't. We've seen it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they're going to do. And that's what fucks it up. You feel me? Because now when they get, if they get robbed or something like that because of the energy that you, and it's like, or attempt, they're like, damn, he was just a good kid. You ain't have to do that. No, he was a good kid, profiting off a life that he never lived.
That's a fact.
That's the real culture. That's the real culture vulture, though. That's the real culture. But
then you got rappers like Plies who raps about his brother's life. You know what I mean?
You could, and you could do that. You just can't call yourself a goon.
You got to use the words they.
Yeah,
and,
but I mean that's kind of Plies and Yo Gotti is kind of tricky because they got the okay. Like his brother, Big Gates is his brother. That's the record label.
Yeah.
And Plies wasn't technically supposed to be the rapper. He got in the booth to show the rapper how the song was supposed to go. And his brother looked at him and was like, nah, fuck that. You the rapper.
You the rapper. So he kind of made him rap.
So he made him a rapper. He made him rap.
It's like when Big Meech tells Blue Da Vinci, you feel me?
So that nigga was trash.
Like yeah, I'm talking about like I'm just talking about the content. I'm talking about the content in his music. Like the content in his music is what Meech and them niggas is doing.
I mean, no, don't get it wrong. Blue was a guy who was like already in the industry as far as like Hollywood and shit like that. But he was one of them members. Yeah, but he was one of them members too, though. You know what I mean? He did a little, small shit here and there type shit. But
so is it like Royce the 5'9" said, if I didn't live it, do it, or seen it, then I ain't saying.
Yeah,
it should be.
It should be like that. It should be like that.
Yeah, because you ain't do one of those three. Because like I was telling you in the beginning, like I was in it, but I wasn't that deep in it. So if I decided to be a rapper and want to talk about it, I could. I was there for a lot of shit. Yeah,
and trust me, like I did a lot of shit and seen a lot of shit. You feel me? And been around a lot of shit. And how I recall it, I talk about timeline. I talk about how we was doing this. Now we doing this. You feel me? And I'll talk about consequences that came with that. I think that's what also got started to like fizzle out as well. Like when we talking about some of these things, a lot of the niggas stop naming the consequences. That's why I love Meek. Cause Meek telling the young niggas, listen, you do this, this gonna happen, this gonna happen. And you ain't built like this, you're gonna tell. And if you tell, this is gonna happen. Like you know what I'm saying?
T.I. and Jeezy was doing that too. They was telling people both
T.I. and Jeezy was giving you the, you know what I'm saying? What we doing would come with this. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the shit. Like a lot of that. So when the young niggas seeing that shit getting popular, they doing it. Like Little Tecca talking about I got twin Glocks and then go on an interview and said I never even held a gun.
Yo, 50 be doing that with like alcohol and shit.
But like he a nigga that has drunk before. So it's not like he ain't never drink no liquor at all.
Yeah, he just don't do it on a regular.
It's just not his forte.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To drink. You know what I mean? But that don't mean he can't buy no bottles in the club and go crazy like that, because he can. He has the money to, all of that.
How do you feel about Jada's dad saying like that he grew up in a good family, 2-parent household, was able to go to a private school or whatever?
Yeah.
Because I think no matter what your parents do, if you're from the hood, you can still be hood no matter what your parents do.
Bro, you can choose. Like some of the decisions I made, I chose to do it because I was with my my homies. And
Yeah,
they
that's a
would
fact.
and they getting into it, and I got into it too. You feel me? Not that I had to. It's just I'm with my homies and I'm outside. I'm not about to, let me call my mom and see if I could do. No, I'm outside with my homies.
Yeah, we
They
just finna
doing it.
get
I'm doing
into
it.
it.
Kendrick Lamar has a song on his album called Peer Pressure, but it's
The
not
art of peer
about
pressure.
them. Yeah, it's not them making you do it. It's you feeling like you doing it because you with the homies. And if you don't do it, you feel lame. They might not even make you feel like that. It's just a battle you battling within yourself, young at that time. I don't want to be the only oddball that ain't doing it.
That's why I
So
relate
I
to that
go do
song
it.
so much, man. I relate to
Yeah,
that song so much.
you know what I'm saying? So I go do it. Some of the stuff I feel like I had to off of just a not wanting to count on when we going through the struggles of poverty, and I see certain people getting fast money, and then I see when I see the struggles of my family when they having a 9 to 5, it's an honest living, but it came with stress, headaches, and certain losses, because if they not paying you this few weeks or whatever, or they decide to suspend you or fire you, lights got cut off and shit like that, where you seeing people get into some shit, but the result is fast money and all that. You looking outside, when you outside, you looking at that as the reward. You know what I'm saying? So then you start getting into that. You know what I'm saying? It's not that like I said, but it's choices that I made. You feel me?
Can I say this and you could tell me if I'm right or wrong? Because my uncle, right?
Yeah.
I say like them back in the day, like 50-year-old dudes, like they did it to put food in their fridge, and we were
That's why
raised.
I did it. I did it to, like, I never do it. Like, I feel like nowadays niggas do it just to say they trapped and just to say they in the mix.
That's what I was getting to. Is we were
I did it
raised
because
by
I
them,
wanted
and
nice
then
things to provide myself, because I got tired of hearing, yo, you got Jordan's money, or you'll get it, or get it around your birthday, or maybe Christmas and something like that. When all my friends is having it this week and I might not have it this week, and they getting this and I was, why? Because your parent or parents have to provide for you, your siblings, pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, you paying $1,400 or for a 1-bedroom apartment or studio apartment at the time, and then you got to pay light bill and then shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that the environment that you know what I mean, that might not be fair for us in the environments that we come from, but our parents tried their best.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And without us trying to make us feel ungrateful, we not gonna come to them and say like, yo, this wasn't enough. I'm still unhappy because I'm not getting this, and this, and this. Or I'm not like, sometimes, like at a point in time, bro, I went through that whole shelter situation, that whole going through the shelter system and waiting to get placed in an actual crib, not knowing where you're gonna stay at by the end of the night. I went through that, you know what I'm saying? Like, that'll make you want to go, like, that'll made me stay out in my hood a lot more times than I should have. Why? Because I ain't want to go back there. I ain't want to go back. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes,
but that's
like,
hustling for a reason. I feel like some people from our generation, our parents were all right and they just took the path.
And that could be one or two things. One, it's like, yo, I didn't agree with your it's like
I don't get mad at somebody that wanted to be El Chapo and that was their dream. I get mad at niggas that didn't have to do that, did it, and for no reason.
Yeah, no, yes, and that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's where it sets us back. But again, it could have, and the other choices could have been, you chose to do that off of just wanting to be with your homies and not knowing what came with that. And by the time you figure that out, you already in deep, and you like, nigga, I'm with my people, so I feel safe. Even if you not, I'm not saying that's everybody's story, because I don't believe that's everybody's story. I believe certain niggas did it just to be down.
You know what get overlooked? The fact that you could be good in your household, right? The fact that your parents is doing so good. If your parents is doing that good, how the hell do you end up with friends that's in a fucked up situation than you there? You see what I mean? Like,
I
it's
don't
Because
know.
sometimes,
that
look,
That's the
because check it
easy
out
one
though.
for me.
Nah, because check it out though. They might be working so hard to give you a good living financially that the attention ain't there. And if the attention ain't there, I'm gonna seek attention from my peers.
no,
And if
I
my
get that's not what I'm no, that's not what I mean. What I mean is, if you're that good, why do you live so close to people that's not doing as good as you?
yeah. Then you ain't doing that good.
That's what
You
I'm
doing
saying.
just enough.
So
You
it's
do enough just to get by. You might every now and then y'all
Yeah,
can
you're just
escape.
better than poor people.
Yeah. You're not completely poor, but you're not well off.
and that's
Yeah,
what I
You
but
might
mean
not
when
even
people
be.
say you come from this household. So how do you end up doing this and doing that? But it's like, if I'm that close, if
If
my
I'm that
neighbor is
close, that's what's
somebody that's
gonna be in
barely
there.
exactly,
100%. Your
people like to
crib could
use that
be
as an
nice,
excuse.
paid for, everything. The moment you say, "Hey, I want to go to the park," and they let you go to the park, and in the park is nothing but people that come from where you come from, but not well off, but
Exactly.
to the
yeah,
because think
SNS.
about it like this. Yeah.
Hold on, I don't mean to cut you off. Do you know like Westchester and Rockland?
Yes, I've been to Rockland before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I grew up more north, so I thought going to college over there, I was escaping stupid shit. I went over there, them kids had Maseratis, all types of shit, and they was on all types of drugs that I wasn't on, and they was
Bro,
rich
that's
as
like going to
hell.
college, period. Like you
Yeah,
think about when you coming up, how many of your parents or your school teachers might tell you want to grow up and go to college, and say and then you using drugs before you get to college, and they saying, yo, they telling you about how bad these drugs is. Ooh, then you go to college and see them doing all the shit that the parents and
but they
teachers
had
told
everything
you.
I wanted, son,
Yes.
and I wasn't
Bro,
on that shit.
you know how many people, you know how many white people who parents be rich and everything, but they kid be a knucklehead
They
because
had Maseratis, dog.
my
I had a
Maserati at
Honda,
16,
son.
17. Oh, dad's got me. So you're
Yep.
choosing to do stupid shit.
Yep.
Some of the kids, how many shows you've watched where the number one kid in the school is he portrays in the school, he's a bad boy. But when you go see that nigga's real life, he has real rich ass parents and shit like that. Who, you know what I mean?
Will
Who
Smith
don't even,
wasn't doing drugs, but Carlton was.
you know what I'm saying? Who,
That's a
like, think
fact.
about it, bro. Like he might be a bad boy in the school, popular because he a bad boy and all that. But you go to that nigga's crib, they don't even know nothing about nothing of what's going on in that nigga's life for real when he leaves the house. Like,
Damn.
you could be well off, but if the attention ain't there, the streets still may suck in your kid
That's a fact.
because you're not there.
That's a
And
fact.
sometimes it don't be their fault because they trying because of the workload that they have. If both parents work hard as shit to make money to sustain y'all life of the way y'all live, it's like, damn, how do we stay? That's a battle that they got to face on with sacrifices that they got to make sure they spend enough time with the kid. Because when they don't, and they like, yo, I'm out here busting my ass for you to do this and you doing this, it's like, because ain't no guidance.
There ain't nobody home.
Just
Ain't
the
nobody
money and
home.
no guidance.
And then if you leave me with my grandma, I'm doing whatever the hell I want.
Yeah, because grandma ain't got time. She don't give a fuck.
Grandma ain't got time. Or grandma look at you as her favorite, her baby, so you can't do no wrong in her mind.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
Especially
you
when you're
just
the
said a
oldest. I'm the
mouthful,
oldest
son.
grandchild.
Yeah, especially the oldest grandchild. I did anything I want. My
That's a
grandma thought
fact.
I was an angel. I was in the streets doing whatever I wanted to.
That's a fact. I was the oldest.
Why? Because grandma looking at me like I'm her little angel. I'm the oldest. I'm her baby. You feel me? But I'm out here going crazy. I lost my virginity under my grandma's care. You feel me? Stuff like that you not even, you know what I mean? Like, but your grandma not knowing, she just, you feel me? Because she don't want to be super strict on you and keep
Innocent.
it, you know what I'm saying? So she try to give you that balance, but us as young kids, we gonna take advantage of that balance.
That's a fact. Oh yeah.
We taking advantage of that. So sometimes you could be financially well off, but if there's no guidance, there's no attention, you can still be sucked in. And don't think that you like Vance said, like if you ain't that well off, if we still in the same area. Like so yeah, Kiss might have had both parents. The motherfucker still live in Yonkers in the streets.
And that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you made money to send me to private school, but I'm coming home back in this neighborhood right here. Once I go to the park, everybody that I'm not supposed to be around is there.
Yep.
I never thought he was fake for that though.
Nah,
no, why? Because especially if it was his choice to get in the mix, he might have just seen things that, you feel me, like, or done things that he might not have supposed to do, but he did them.
You know, it's just barbershop talk, bro. Like,
yeah, like, no, 100%. Because
I didn't agree with
on
that.
Joe Budden's podcast when Kiss, his son, and his pops went up there and he said it, but I'm like, yo, he was like, yeah, but we was living still right there in the hood. I'm like, oh yeah, then that's the thing right there. It don't matter how well off he was. He sent me to private
Yonkers
school.
is Westchester. Most of Westchester is rich, but
yeah, but you sending me in the
Yonkers
hood.
ain't known for that. No, Yonkers ain't known for being rich though.
Yeah. I'm living. I'm right here.
All that shit.
As soon as I get out the crib, the famous the drug dealer that's making the same amount of money you making on that coffee business is right outside.
That's a fact.
Yo,
that's right outside. And then, mind you, Kiss might not have seen cash, the cash his father, you know, older elders men like that. They go in there, they got the check, they might have gave it to their wife, but their wife do all the you know, the bills
and shit.
Pay all the bills and do everything.
That's some old school shit.
So you hardly even see that cash, but you see that drug dealer who's making the same amount of money as your pops, but you see that in cash outside.
Yeah,
you like, nah, I want that.
Facts. Yeah.
Like, it's perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, if you might have had good Christmases, but you was still swarmed in by everybody who didn't have good Christmases, and you was and sometimes you got, like, some people have like survivor's guilt, where it's like you getting all these nice things, but your friends don't. So you stop wanting the nice things to feel good, to feel like your friends. So your friends don't look down. So your friends don't look at you like you would never know what I go through. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, so, could I ask you one question, like, about what you believe an OG is? Because sometimes I meet old people that still brag about shit back in the day and they shouldn't. But what is your perception of like an OG? Because I feel like you could be an OG to somebody.
I mean, yeah, I feel like, well, to be honest, like the OGs got to be like one knowledgeable. You feel me? I don't think an OG can teach you nothing about like
retarded shit.
if only of what he knows. So if you a nigga that want to be a street nigga and a super street where you want to, where not where you getting money, because my uncle told me you want to be a gangster, you be a hustler. You can't be both, or you gonna die or be in jail. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? You could, once you try both and you know, and you see a nigga that's doing what you did, he can only tell you that. He can only tell you when it rains, it pours, bro. He cannot tell you about them sunny days. He never seen them. How can he tell you there's a life outside of what we doing if he ain't never seen it?
I'm glad you said that. You can't be a gangster and a hustler. A hustler.
That's what my uncle told me. You can't be a gangster and a hustler. You can't be both. Now, when hustling, you might do certain things that come off as gangster, but it's really just defending your honor and your manhood, because when you doing some of these things in the streets, bro, there's gonna be people that's gonna try you, and they're gonna look for any form of weakness. So at that point, you gotta defend you. That's just off respect alone. That's really off respect alone. They got it, because if they don't respect you, it don't matter how much money you got, bro. They're gonna rip through you. You know what I'm saying? So the OG, and I don't respect no OG who only got war stories for me. If you only got war stories for me, and I got more money than you right now, and we came from the same cloth, I ain't rat, I ain't do nothing, but I might not have been as knee deep in this shit as you have, but I did my fair share of shit. I paid my dues, and I got more money than you right now because I chose to do something with my life, and you didn't. You could never be my OG. You could never be my OG at all. You just a nigga that's older than me. You could never be my OG because there's nothing that you can tell me about. All you can tell me about is war stories, and I never care to trade war stories with niggas. I got a whole bunch, but I just don't care to because that shit don't. I don't got nothing to show for none of them.
Basura, nigga, is nothing.
I don't got nothing to show for them war stories, but dead homies, locked up homies, broken friendships, trauma, and
I respect that answer.
great music because I put my pain to the pad. That's my diary. So that's what I got to show for it. But that's me following a dream. If I didn't have no dream and I just was only in the mix, what will I have to show for it? I love Cali OGs, a lot of them, because they give back. Big U, give back. We know he's an OG. You feel me? A lot of the OGs from New York, niggas don't be on that time, bro. They don't be on that time. They don't give back. They don't make it to where the young niggas like, nah, little nigga, this ain't what you need to be doing. This is what you need to be doing right here. You feel me? Like that type of shit. You feel me? Like, yeah, we did this. You don't got to do this right here. This is what we go.
I was raised around people like that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I ain't had only niggas that was trying to do that for me was my uncles. You know what I'm saying? My father's brothers. They was trying to do that type of shit for me. You feel me? Like, but like with their own ways, because every one of my uncles had their own way of showing me stuff. Like one of my father's brothers, he showed me everything it is, like not on purpose. Well, yeah, on purpose. He showed me shit in the street and let me know, like, this ain't what you want to do. You don't want to do this. What we do? This ain't what you want to do. You see what you like doing? Do that. You feel me? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, some was honest and you know what I mean? But some was trying their best to keep me away from everything, which only made me want to be more curious.
Yep. Yep.
You know what
when
I'm
you
saying?
Forced to stay away from something that makes you want to go see what it is. Like, why you trying to keep me from over here? What's up?
Exactly. It's like your parents trying so hard to keep your daughter or your you know what I mean, your female cousin away from boys and sex and all of that, and trying to keep her away, prevent her away from even speaking of boys, to the point where she either gonna run away, or the moment that she on her own, she might be a thought. Why? Because she's gonna experience a whole bunch of shit that she was never had a chance to experience.
Yep.
And learn from.
Yep. That's how my parents was actually like that. My mom gave me and my sister the freedom to kind of just go outside and just be out there. My dad was more like stay where I could see you type shit.
Yeah,
it made me want to explore more because he wouldn't let me go do nothing.
Exactly, bro. Like my mom's did that. My mom's was on some like, yo, like, she'd tell me she was honest, and she always made it uncool for me to be a follower. You feel me?
Yeah.
So like she always made it uncool for me to be a follower. Like, always, like yeah, you following this? Like, it just made it uncool to me. Like, she made it so that's why I never felt like, even when I was trapping, I did it on my own terms. Like when I'd never do consignment. Like, I didn't even want to get into selling crack, because I just the way I seen it and the way I seen niggas moving and all that, I just was like, nah, you feel me? I don't want to owe nobody. I just seen niggas own niggas. I seen a lot of consignment that turned into beef, that turned into murders, that turned into body, you feel me? Like, all of that. So when I got into trapping, I bought my own drugs. I bought my own, you feel me? Like, or if it's something like with crack,
it's just like rap, you'd rather pay for it than get a favor.
Yeah, you feel me? Or establish a real relationship, one or the other. Either I'm gonna pay for business, for service, or I'm gonna establish a relationship. But that's one or the other, you feel me? I'm not about to, like, I ain't about to just be sitting there trying to you know what I mean? Like, just have a handout, and you know what I'm saying? Like, because
do you believe the rap game is like the crack game? But not one and the same?
Yeah and no.
I think it is.
Yeah, because of what we talk about, and that ideology, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the same way you got, all right, it's the same way, like say an up and coming artist that ain't got no buzz. Some of them niggas think because they so talented that they should charge for their work. But you see this block right here, nigga? It's a bunch of motherfuckers selling crack, nigga. They all of them got clientele, nigga. Why do you think what's gonna make you think you supposed to off the rip charge niggas and think these fiends is about to come to you?
Yeah, but drugs sell themselves, music doesn't all the time.
Drugs sell themselves if you got somebody willing to buy it.
That's a fact. I've had a pound before and I couldn't get nothing on.
And they got to be some good shit, because if it ain't good, niggas ain't coming back.
And the only way you do that the only way you get them on it is to give out samples real quick. You give out samples in the beginning, which is free. So you give out free samples in the beginning to gain some type of clientele, to gain some type of bond between you and the customer.
That sound like mixtapes.
Like mixtapes.
And then drop the album and make
and then you drop the album. You feel me? You give them the samples, you gain, and they're gonna spread the word. Like, yo, this nigga's fire. They got this fire over here. They're gonna bring more customers. You might get this first few customers free. They all loving it. Once you see that demand is there, yo, here go a price.
Right.
You don't in that way it's the same. Niggas don't take that approach. Niggas take niggas ain't buying for me because they buying for this nigga. Why you worrying about everybody else's business?
Some shit.
Why you worrying about
that's the quickest way for your business not to grow, worrying about somebody else.
Exactly. And it's 2023. I'm not pacifying nobody's feelings. You feel me? It's 2023, bro. Niggas don't owe you nothing.
Never did.
Niggas don't owe to listen to you. Niggas don't owe to come to your shows. Niggas don't owe. Think about it right now, bro. Some of your favorite rappers like that we came up on to drop an album and sell 30,000, 20,000. Ill. Why? Because they're not doing nothing different to make their fans want to buy this particular album.
But independently, that's cool. If you're a major artist, that's whack.
Yeah, but independently, that's cool. You getting 30,000 straight to you, but you could have got that off a show. You still want to. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, you 30,000. You independent.
And say you're getting $8 an album. If somebody actually purchased
I respect it. But you ain't gonna be labeled as one of them high level niggas that's selling over 100,000. You know what I'm saying? We selling
like
big
a middle class rapper. There's nothing wrong with that.
And regardless of what's going on, regardless if they have a machine behind them or anything, you can spend that money. You can spend that money on a booking agent, a PR. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And then you can spend your money on doing the same promo. Niggas be like, yo, I never did it, but because that's not how I have a relationship. I established relationship, but other artists may have to. Yo, I don't want to pay. I ain't paying no DJ to play my shit. I tell every artist, all right, you don't want to pay the DJ. You don't want to pay the DJ to play your shit. What you think gonna happen when you sign to this label and you're in rotation?
Even Hove brought the bag for Hard Knock Life.
You know bro, when you're a part of a major label and you're in rotation, you think you're in rotation because you're hot? No, you're in rotation. They paid for that shit. Your label paid for that shit. That's why they get the money back.
Thank you, SNS.
Marketing dollars. So whether you pay that DJ by yourself or your label does, they're gonna get it regardless.
Thank you. Because a lot of
people, that's why a lot of artists don't understand recoup money to begin with.
Yeah, that's why they don't understand recruit money. Tupac didn't even understand that. That's why when he wanted to leave Suge Knight, and Suge Knight like, all right, well, where's all my money that you owe? You're like, what? Oh, you thought these private jets was free? You thought spending hours and hours and hours in the studio late night and all that, smoking, drinking, and all that on the dime was free? No.
Jake Hood wanted $60K though.
Trying to tell you.
Yo, can you let people know where they can find you? What your Big Icy Part 2 project? Because I gotta get out of it.
Yeah,
Big Icy 2 is out on all streaming platforms, man. It's a vibe. It's a bunch of different vibes on there. You know what I'm saying? We got all.
Me and Vance both co-signing.
Nah, that's a fact.
Yeah, for sure.
If it means anything.
That. And y'all are coming from two different sides of the world. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Definitely dope music. I was thinking about, I was trying to come out with a deluxe soon, but I got so many videos to the regular project that I'm about to just go crazy with the videos. You know what I'm saying? Like damn near, I'm only missing 4 videos off the project, 3 videos off the project
We
right
gonna
now.
play them even when you're not here.
Yeah, I
That's a fact.
appreciate that, man. Definitely tune in to Big Icy too. You know what I mean? Stay tuned for all the videos. We dropping me and Vado shit next week.
Hell yeah. She
Just
got
keep
it.
streaming, keep streaming. She got it. She got it is going up right now. I appreciate that. We got a remix. We got a remix coming soon. When I tell everybody about the remix, then I'll come back on the show and we'll talk about it and shit like that.
Hell yeah. I'm glad you want to come back.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
and they ain't never lying.
you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all tune in at Big Icy. Follow me on all stream or on all social medias at SNS underscore ICYGANG.
Hell yeah.
Stay tuned. I got some films coming. I wrote some scripts, so I got some
Fire.
films.
Oh,
Yeah, I
that's
got
what's
some.
up.
Yeah, I got some films coming. I got some dope music that I'm gonna try to like send to certain DJs and give to them on some DJ Khaled shit. Like, hey, this your record.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a few of those. I have rocking. Just stay tuned, man. I got so much coming. So definitely stay tuned. I definitely got coming in May. We got a my own like unplugged type of concert with the band and all of that.
I
We got
seen
that.
Boy Vado doing some similar vibes, DJ unplugged MTV vibes.
Yeah, I'm tight because he's doing it in the same place I'm doing it at. But oh well.
That's your brother.
It's,
Who cares, bro?
yeah. Big shout outs to V, man. So you know what I'm saying? Just support, just keep supporting, man. I'm not gonna let up with this good music. Y'all can always bet on me. I'm gonna be as consistent as possible to the fans that are just getting up on me or just starting to hear about me. All I can ask you is to love me now before they all love me.
Let's get it.
That's real.
Once again, it's Jay's Music Corner. We got co-host King Vance, Chi-Town representative, and our special guest, SNS Icy Gang. Thanks for your time. You
Now, I
came in
appreciate
peace,
that.
leave in peace. We out of here. Harlem, upstate, and Chicago. Later.
Hello.